Y'all all right? Whoo, heat off, ain't it? Well, I told you, we were cold last night, a little warm this morning. Ain't that right? Well, I'm about to go back to Hemp City. Y'all can't cool it down in here. Ain't that right? No, it ain't my blood pressure. Ain't that right? Jock gonna have to use somebody else for that blood pressure. All right, everybody tuned to you? Tuned to be alive. Didn't have to do it, but it done it again. Somebody going on, but it ain't me. I ain't mad with nobody. Ain't that right? Just tuned to be alive, have a regulated mind to be able to hit the ball. Ain't that right? Did y'all learn anything last night, Layla? Well, y'all know that's always our goal, to make sure we learning, so we growing, so we can get to where we gotta be. So we ain't gonna hold you long. We're gonna try to get ready to move. That corona thing still kicking and brewing. China said they got a slowdown on it. They ain't cured nothing. Even their healthcare professionals, they got 1,700 of them done contracted from trying to help other people. With masks, 1,700 of them contracted it. These people dying in mass grove. They just not telling y'all people. They don't want you to know it. Yeah, these people dying. They just don't want people to panic. They want you to think it's not that bad. It's really bad. These people don't have a cure. They don't have a start. They don't have a conclusion or ending. All they're doing is taking virus of the disease and throwing stuff at it to see what stop it. Just like when Godzilla used to come to Tokyo, they shoot, bullet, run out, throw rocks. You just keep doing something till something finally work. That's all they can do with it. Eventually, they hoping they'll find something that'll trigger and stop it. My best suggestion to everybody in here, honestly, is just start back taking silver. Take your colloidal silver every day. These people really getting out here in the daytime, really just got to deal with everybody with gloves. See, your problem gonna become, and I'm telling you, model bus drivers wearing masks for a reason. Cause they don't get, and you know, let me tell you something. This is definitely a problem when you're on a model bus and the model bus driver got a mask on. They have a union, they got to get with the CEO, they got to get with other people, board members to sign off to agree on this, which means they had to agree that for safety measures, you need to go ahead and wear that mask. Because you understand, this can hurt your business. Because I'm going to get on the bus and the bus driver got a mask on and other people don't have one. I want to know what the bus driver knows. Which means MARTA signed off on it. They just didn't come up on their own and say they're going to wear a mask. The union didn't make that decision, which means MARTA, the corporation, the board had to agree on, yes, it's serious enough, y'all need to wear a mask. So don't be surprised y'all start seeing police officers with gloves. A lot of them already been using gloves anyway in this surgery, but a lot more because this is the problem you're going to have. Everybody trying to look at an Asian. Problem you got, Asians go and shop in our community where other people we got going to other Asian communities and shop come back to us. I see Ken, what's up, man? That shit crazy, man. These Asian got it. He just left from the Asian market. And I felt safe because he was of my color. You see what I'm saying? Just being honest with y'all. Now y'all can take a try you want to. Let me tell you something. Since how they got AIDS in our community was, first of all, it was a homosexual disease. Okay? We weren't afraid of it. And it was a white homosexual. That's the first way we received it. White homosexual disease. Once you got one of those homosexuals that cross back over the gate and give it to a female and allow them to contract it, this female would in turn go and sleep with another man that's heterosexual. He will contract it, who will in turn go give it to another heterosexual female who will contract it. Now you got in our community. It's no longer a white homosexual disease. It's a disease that affects everybody. We all can get AIDS. That's how they get you. Coronavirus starts with the Asian, it will affect us next. Y'all, what did I tell you? The nigga is going to be the highest carrier of the coronavirus than the Asian. Okay. They blame us and the green monkeys in Africa for AIDS. How did the white homosexual get it if we brought it from Africa with the green monkeys? Why weren't we dying in mass groves in slavery after we had just been scratched by the green monkey on the boat? How did we wind up dying in the 90s, in 2000, when we got scratched on the boat before the boat ride? They will put this in our community. It will become an epidemic, pandemic among the blacks, and there will be a reason for white people to ostracize you even more than what you are. They're going to blame you for being a carrier of this. You'll see it. Y'all will come back and y'all will thank me later. So what I suggested, what I've always suggested to you, we have to get our own. We have to become proactive, reactive to the point of we got to start looking at what to fix up. I'm telling our people and other people start taking colloidal silver every day. Silver will actually help prevent a lot of diseases from living in your body. It definitely won't hurt you. We got to get back to taking silver. Listen, we mix with too many people, and the problem becomes, you know how they said a lot of those doctors contracted it? They said they were working and then they got sloppy and they got tired. They said when you're tired, it actually takes more effect on you. They already watching the type of people is breaking down. That cruise ship, they got 300 people with it now. You think them people are finna get on that boat? They gonna need them people to die. They went from 2 to 11 to 16 to 30. It's 300 people got it. They saying, listen, that boat ain't nothing but a city. Listen, you know how big that city, they call ship. They don't know they call them floating cities, do they? It's called a floating city. If you can get that 300 people contract that from that boat, you know how many people be on a cruise and never see each other? Now you got people isolating it, getting it. We're showing you it ain't gonna work. Beijing, China just gave out an announcement too for people that come back from the celebration of the New Year. They told them, when you get back in China, you got to stay in your house for 14 days. If you break that quarantine, they say it's going to be severe consequences you're going to face too. They told them they're going to kill them. So I don't want y'all to worry like this is a serious disease. I mean, just being told you're going to be killed if you break a curfew in 14 days, it's not that serious, is it? It's almost like being a nigga, huh? Getting stopped on a traffic stop. Can you imagine your government telling you what they're going to do you if they catch you outside? So, y'all want to play around with it, want to? I'm being honest with y'all. Dealing with these people, you got to just wear gloves, wear your colloidal silver. Listen, you just got to be for safety. Everybody put on a condom. Put a condom on your hand. It's just being honest. You want to take the chance of, if you get it, you're not coming back here. They just make sure we're on the same page. And Yahushua will make it back here and you out there, you be in trouble. You can't go back home to your family. How many of y'all, if somebody in your house get it, you want them to come back home? Okay, there's 2 houses you just lost. So why put yourself out there? I mean, just being honest with you, why risk yourself? It's just better to wear the glove. People feel it, you just listen. For your safety, myself say, you don't know if I got it. I don't know if you got it. That's how you got to treat them. So if y'all want to make these little trips, if you want to go play around these little Oriental market, you bet the pigfoots, black eyed peas, collard green. That's been, I know everybody, you can't play with this stuff. Because you got to remember, the people that package and put their food together are Orientals. And these people actually put their hand, these people contract, it can also get the food. They showed in China, don't y'all know they got restaurants shut down over there? They lose the money. They get ready to give poor people money. It's that bad. These folks have no idea. Listen, governments are flowing billions of dollars behind this. World Health Organization, they floating a lot of money behind it. Listen, this is a real scare, and these people don't know what to do with it. Don't play around. Leave the Asian market alone. Leave these people stuff alone right now till something get figured out. Because these people that have it are handling food, handling packages of their food. This stuff coming, and we just don't know how you get it. Hello? Could be they on their ship, they're not washing them dishes like I've been told you. And people eating behind them, you don't know what's going on. Crew members, everybody's sick. What you gonna do when the healthcare professionals sick? So if you find out 1,700 healthcare professionals have contracted from working with people with it and trying to work on the disease, is this a disease you want to try to work on? This sounds like a disease you want to just leave alone, let it do what it do. Which means eventually it can wipe out everybody. There are about 60,000 people that contracted. That's on the low end. 60,000 people. Different countries, this thing sweeping. Don't believe these one country number. White folk go everywhere. White folk from here love China. Yep. They go there to have kids sex from China. Yep. Don't believe these people. You're going to have just as many white people with their Asian disease as anybody. They pay big money, businessmen, to go and deflower kids from 4 to 8 years old. This is a major problem in the U.S. Let me tell you why they do it. Because there's no federal jurisdiction, there's no federal prosecution on these white nasty crackers that go to these countries and sleep with these kids. That's why they do it. Yep. They only convicted one. They caught a doctor, white doctor. He was going to counter, banging little boys. They finally found out how to bust him federally. That's why these white people do it. What you going to charge them with in the U.S.? When they get back here, they clean. They have nothing on their record. They've never been prosecuted, never been charged in any type of child sex scandal. They go overseas and do it. Why y'all think they go to what you call Africa? Do y'all know how many white businessmen with AIDS go and sleep with those women? In Africa, it's so they go to poor community where they don't even wear condoms. They just want the American dollar bill, and they'll let them contract AIDS and leave them there, and they'll infect us. Certain parts over in Africa, Middle East, do you know they'd rather have sex with a goat than with a woman? They say the goat is one of the animals that's harder to contract AIDS. The men sleep with goats. I mean, think about it. You sit in a country where the majority of your women are infected with AIDS because of white people that came and infected them and left them, so now they left you to have sex with animals. We'll put you into condemnation. Your nation is depleted and robbed and destroyed because of people that don't look like you that rule you. I can't say this, but so many times we need our own. We got to become. Why are we sitting around waiting on somebody white to come up with a disease for everybody in the world? White people gonna create a disease that's gonna help white people first. China broke out. They ain't asked for nobody to get out. They wanted all of the Americans out of there. They flew American, white Americans. Niggas ain't on the list. White people gonna look out for white people. They gonna treat white people. They responsible for this disease that got out of hand that's rampant over here, and they gonna make sure they gonna take care of white people. Everybody else will get it last. How many white people they throw in y'all face with AIDS? Everybody making a joke about Magic Johnson. How many jokes you heard about Charlie Sheen? Hold on for a minute. So what's different with Charlie Sheen AIDS than Magic Johnson AIDS? Why black comedians ain't talking about Charlie Sheen? Thomas Morrison, former boxer, who contracted, he was going to go in and fight. They canceled his fight. You remember that? They canceled his fight that night. Found out he had AIDS, flew back. How many jokes you heard about him, Calvin? How many of y'all heard about him? You heard a lot of jokes about him? How many of y'all heard jokes about Magic Johnson? How does that work? How did Magic Johnson get more criticism than Charlie Sheen or Morris? How many of y'all heard of jokes about Liberace? Rod Hudson used to get a few. I mean, they did, but I mean recently. In the last 5 years. In the last 10 years. People don't even talk about Rod Hudson. He the first one we knew of it. He the first one white people had to make public. White people been dying from it. They told it was pneumonia. They been had AIDS. White people dying years ago, they always tried to pass off it was pneumonia. They were dying from AIDS. All it was, the immune system died down. So what we got to do, we got to learn how to build up ourselves. I'm not waiting on no white people to sit around and come up with no cure and put no store selling me for no damn $85 an ounce. We got to start working on prevention now. Why we waiting on the cure instead of work on prevention? Prevention is for our nation. Let's start putting on gloves when you go ahead and dealing with these people. What's up, that dog? You got it. Lay it on, my man. Yo. That's how we got to do it now. Everybody going back, nigga. They holler that street stuff. Everybody coming back. Everybody street now. Let's go ahead and get it. There you been at Uber Day. You better put on one of them condoms. Better get that thing, put it around your head. I know they're gonna be looking at you like you're crazy, but you trying to make it back. Get that condom, put it and tie that thing around your neck with a belt. Be around. Listen. That be everybody. Listen, gloves. Just gotta be safe, man. Them folks, I feel on. Listen, I want to be safe. I want you to be safe. Both are taking a chance. And that's right. They're like our first time having sex. We don't know nothing about each other, but we finna do it. You come on, get in. I'm finna take you where you going. It's like sex. We don't know each other, but we out here. Isn't that right? We seen each other. Here we be. That's how you treat it. First sex. Put on a mask. Put on some gloves. Drop it. Keep y'all some Lysol in your car. Y'all doing it. Let's be honest with you. Go on, spray your seat. Spray yourself down. Just go ahead and hit it for peace sake. Hey, listen. Don't y'all know people not going to tell y'all they carriers or nothing. These people going to ride and travel. When you find out, you're going to be a victim. If people put a sign on their forehead and say, I have AIDS, it'll have been stopped. We'd have waited for all them people to die off. Yep. You don't know until you contract. And then when you do, you don't know who you got it from because you've been in contact with so many people. Yep. You try to retrace. So all the Uber drivers, Lysol in car, spray your car down. They get out, go ahead and spray the seat, spray it, because you don't know people. That's for your safety. That's for the next passenger's safety. If a passenger contracted, they can try to tie it back to you in your car, they can have a lawsuit. So for your sake, people just dirty. I'm just being with y'all. When I'm saying dirty, I'm talking about just not physically. People looking for a quick money gain. For your safety, for the other passenger's safety, go ahead, just get your light. You ain't got to oversmart the car. Just put some type of prevent. You need to keep colloidal silver on you. After EPAS, spray. That's it. They got, that's it. Say if you would, we ain't got to sing. Give them a bag. Say sing in that bag. And that way they get out, take the bag with them. You know what I'm saying? Just handle business, just keep riding. Be like Denzel Washington on what's that Equalizer 2. He didn't do all that talking. He just show up with some shit help. He bring your kid back home. He break up nigga, don't rape your hoe. He do all that kind of stuff. So don't do all that talk. He talk to the people who going to hurt. Don't, just be safe. That's all I want y'all to do. Be safe. Dad, you be safe. Cause you know what I'm saying? You already kind of got this sponge around there. And that thing get in now. You know what I'm saying? How they around now. It get in there. It's kind of more, Leo said, was more Teletubby. No, don't worry about that. The main thing, colloidal silver. How many of y'all do Uber or Lyft internet? All right, we need to make sure we get it. Lysol, what else? Glove, mask, body, and a condom. They get the condom with the belt. And pull it at the, don't choke yourself. Yeah. But y'all just get that, for your sense, y'all can keep rolling. That's how I keep moving. Y'all gonna sit there, now why? When everybody else cut, they gonna try to come get like y'all, it's gonna be too late. They gonna wait, them go here to die. Y'all gonna be getting more rides. The mother they gonna die. Y'all gonna be steady, keep rolling. That money gonna be, then you can take your price up. All right, then you get one of the World Healthcare Organization suits with the gloves and everything, get the whole suit. With the pan, with the Hemp pan that blow out like that. Hemp time. Y'all all right? Good, I like that. All right, we're gonna try to get ready to move on. Everybody alive? Everybody ready? All right, we appreciate it. I see Josh, old friend, made his way back in. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I don't want to stigmatize you by saying Josh, old friend, because we need to hear another story about him. He fell out an 18-story window. He got hit by a 2 tractor trailer going 125 miles an hour. Why can you drive and go 125 miles on the expressway head on? 2 tractor trailer. That means somebody going the wrong way. Where can you get 125 miles an hour on what expressway and another truck coming, y'all hit each other head on? And Josh in the middle. Only Josh. Well, we appreciate that. All right, we're going to try to get ready to move on. We're going to try to learn something today? All right, let's see what happens. All right, you ready, Malcolm? All of the able, the eternal Kudashaba and the Shema Yahushua HaMashiach. We say Hadu, which is thanks. All the 2 is unto you, which is the thanksgiving for Yahushua HaMashiach, for the Mut, which is the death, and for the Kai, which is the life, for the Zaraka, which you allow him to arise, for being a Moreh, which is a teacher, and a Ra'ah, which is one that calls us to see a shepherd, and for allowing him to be a Kohan, which is one that will offer gifts and sacrifice according to the Torah. For allowing him to be sufficient and one willing to come, that we might be illuminated and we might be elevated into your Amat, which is the truth. We say Hadu unto you for the Barit, that we ask you to Barak, which should bestow a gift upon the covenant you made with Abraham, Yitzchak, Jacob, the Yahudim, and Yasharal. That you will blot out the Qatar, the Ma'al, which is the transgressions of us, our Benin, which is our children, and of our Abbas, which are the fathers. We ask you to Barak Jerusalem, your Shemaim, your Sabut, which is your army. We ask you to Barak your Ra'ah, your Mala'aki, your Naba'im, your Shareth, according to your everlasting Shabbat, which is your promise. We ask you to barak those that are gone astray and those taken from us, especially our benim, our yarlets, which are our children, our young people, our young adults, that you'll recover and you'll strengthen them, that you'll be a keeper to those that are here, that we lose none. Barak those in a war-stricken country behind prison walls, the married, the single, the separated, those we commit to you in Palau, which we ask that you will barak them, restore their lives' desire, which is their heart's desire, that you grant them a ra'ah, and most of all, the Yeshua, which is your salvation. We ask you to search us and try us to see if there be any Rasha Darak. Cast it from us and lead us in the Arak, which is the way of life everlasting. Let the debar of our paw, which is the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our lob, which is our hearts, be acceptable in your sight. And as we prepare to move further in this service, we palau that you take full control. That you get the tahalim, which is the praises. That you get the kabod, which is the glory. And the kabod, which is the honor. In the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Woo! Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Yeah, I probably get some sleep. I know I'm gonna give me some more. I'm like, Billy, I got mine. I woke up that morning, man, my phone was on conference call. It was 10:30 in the morning. I said, I'm doing, I fell asleep on my phone. I was on my phone at 10:30 in the morning. I don't remember when I blacked out. I just woke up, the phone was still running. No harm. That's right. No harm. Hemp can't do me. 155 can't do me. Ain't no harm. Chris over there. Chris, did you ever used to sing in a group or anything? Choir? No. We know. Do you ever learn a song? I have here. Oh, so you solo here before? Try to do it again. Sing solo, we don't hear nothing you say. Cause that thing is killing. We want the solo. Yeah, sing solo one more time. How many of y'all want Chris to solo? Lola, okay. Yeah, you go ahead and get. Well, I don't know he ain't gonna know lower than what he is. You know, that man's a terrible singer, but we're hard. He's not here for a singing voice. Ain't that right? Everybody here, you hear him only because Mr. Yahuwah saw fit. None of us are here because of our tube or because of our Sadiq abilities. It's only because he had recall. It's people out here do a whole lot more than what we can. Whatever we can do, is somebody can do it better. But you know what? They just won't be honest. I'm telling you, listen, ain't nothing we doing that somebody else can't do. Mr. Yahuwah just saw fit to show a favor. And that ain't that but kind. Ain't that right? Ain't that but kind, and we didn't even see it. You know that? We didn't even see it. That's right. That's what I'm grateful for. This is how they work out there. 15th chapter of the book of Romans, verse 4. That's how that work out. That's how they work out. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Romans chapter 9, verse 1. That's how that work out. Like that. I'm a man named Aram. I don't know if I got it from Mother Smith or what's going on. I'm be messing with my aura. Ready? Romans 15:1. Listen to the book.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
And not to do what?
And not to please ourselves.
Tell them what happened.
Let every one of us please his neighbor for his tube to edification.
Tell them what happened.
For even Mashiach pleased not himself.
Tell them what happened.
But, as it is written,
tell them what happened, son.
The reproaches of them
that did what?
That reproached thee
did what?
Fell on me.
That thing fell on me. That's tight. That's tight. Let's see something. Romans 9:1. Since we're over there, that's how that work out. We talked about us not making it in, or we're not here because of us. Let's see how that work out. Romans chapter 9, verse 1. Listen to the book.
I say the Amat in Mashiach.
You see that? He said, I say the truth in the Mashiach, which is the anointed one. And what else you do?
I zakab not.
And right, kazab.
Kazab not.
Right, kazab. For those watching in, let me see, kazab. Kazab, which is lie. They know about that. And then Amat. Truth. I try to remember to write it down when it's in, you know. Kazab, which is lie, Amat, truth. What else happen?
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Ruach HaKodesh.
We talked about that before. Conscience, if I'm correct. In fact, let's get the board pulled out so we make sure we walk. We don't want to assume anymore. But your conscience is supposed to be this, what actually your conviction, which that you make a decision whether something right or wrong. Y'all got me? So that's basically what a conscience is designed to do, and that's only going to happen through information. I mean, because if you have no information, nothing condemns anything. You know what I'm saying? We just had to wait on self-pleasing, all right, self-conviction, versus how we're supposed to operate is the debar. Now, he said his conscience also bear him witness, right? In his decision of right and wrong. He knows what he's saying is true because he knows how he feels about the statement that he's making. Some of us have no conscience. Sometimes people do something, they say, you know what, you have no conscience. Nothing made you say stop. Nothing told you to abort. Nothing told you to turn away from. So you need a conscience. For us, how our conscience work is that we get this information and it's supposed to sink down. You know where?
In your life.
In our law, in the inner parts. We use the law. We look at the inner parts. So where someone will come in and let you know that this is a bad decision or this is a wrong action. And now he told us that he was speaking the Amat. And of course, he's saying it's Amat because that's him talking. He has a right to feel the way he does, but he's saying his conscience also bearing him witness. Where's that at now?
Also bearing me witness in the Ruach HaKodesh.
Well, let's see how that works out. See that Acts of the Apostle 5 and 30. Acts of the Apostles. No, sir. Let's see where he got his conscience from, right? Let's see, then he said book of Euchanan, they'll call it St. John, but the proper name is Euchanan. My pronunciation might not be correct, but I think my transliteration of writing is 738. Euchanan, they'll call it John. Let's see, Acts of the Apostles 5:30. I think 5:33 is what I want, Acts of the Apostles. Y'all can kill one side of it so they can hear them. Let's get conscious so we'll know what conscious is. So in that one, what we'll do, we'll look at Greek, lexicon Greek, and then we'll look at Google so we can see what the definition is. Let's see what the Greeks put for their definition. That way so everybody on the same page. How about that? Y'all all right with that? All right. Let's not, no more speculative. All right. 5 and 30, why he get me that? 5 and 30 of the book of Acts of the Apostles. I think 5:33 is what I want, but listen.
The Elohim of our Abba, Zarach, Yahushua, whom ye slew and hanged on a ox. Him hath Elohim exalted.
See that? Him has Elohim did what?
Exalted.
How important is that? The raised had to die. Well, Yeshayahu. Well, Yeshayahu, he talked about how, behold, his abad, his servant, he said he was going to be extolled, and he was going to be very high. So he said now Elohim has exalted. So I think it's a little difference in Ray. We're talking about him, so not just resurrecting, but putting him on high. Y'all got it? So he told us, behold, his abad, he was going to be high. That's what he wants to do. Listen.
With his right hand.
So with his right hand.
To be a shar
and
a husha.
That makes sense, right? Why would he tell us with his right hand? What were we told? Huh? Hold you got. What'd you say? Well, we'll look at what he told us. He asked about Daoud. When he asked about whose ben was he, they came to the Mashiach. And they say he was the ben which is the son of Daoud. He said, how does Daoud in the Ruach say, I heard thee, speaking of Yahuwah, say unto my Adon, I heard thee Adon, say unto my Adon, sit thou here at my right hand till I make thy enemy. So he said, him has Elohim exalted with what?
With his right hand.
To be a who?
A shar
and
a husha.
See that? That way that makes sense. So letting us know who ben was it. That he exalted. He asked him, who was it? Whose ben was it? He heard the Elohim say unto, well, the Adon, Elohim, All-I-E, singular, to my Adon. He said to him to sit here, he was going to make him rule over them till he make his enemies a footstool, which meant he was going to rule over them. So in saying that, when they're making statements, they're making them to people that were conscious or knowledgeable about writings. Got it? It makes no sense to make this statement to people that don't know about writings. Because we understood that he was going to sit him there for a reason. He was going to rule. And all he's coming along doing is giving confirmation to people that's looking to receive the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, how you receive the Ruach HaKodesh? Huh?
Obeying.
Obeying? All right, we'll finish this up. Listen. Listen what happened. Listen.
For to give repentance to Yasharal,
And
forgiveness of Kotah.
so what happened?
And we are his witnesses of these things.
And who else?
And so is also the Ruach HaKodesh,
Whom?
Elohim hath given to them
That do what?
that obey him.
What he say? He give it to them that obey him. That's what he give it to them that obey him. 738, Yehukanan. They call it St. John. Y'all got it for me? Conscience, Greek, lexicon, Greek, conscience, and then we'll look at Google. See what Google's trans definition is. All right, this is Yehukanan 7 and verse 38. Listen to the book.
He that amon on me.
See that? He that doth what?
Amon on me.
That obey.
Believe it.
What else?
On me, as the Safar hath said,
What happened?
out of his belly shall flow Nahar of Kai Mem.
What was he talking about?
But this spake he of the Ruach,
Which?
they that amon on him
That believe on him. He
Should
didn't say that
receive.
obey him.
believe,
Believe on him. Do what now?
should receive.
What will happen?
For the Ruach HaKodesh was not yet given,
Because,
that Yahushua was not yet Kabul.
see that? So that's what how important it was for him being sitting there. So that's what they were looking for. That would sit him in a situation so he can get his kabul. That would set us in line that we would be recipients of the Ruach HaKodesh. Obeying is definitely correct, but you're going to have to believe before you obey. That's all. Y'all wasn't wrong. It's just a step you got to do before that. He couldn't have told you to obey something. You don't even believe it.
Right, right.
Which we'll say Shama, which is here. So the first thing you got to do is believe. Let's see the book say that. Let's see 10. Romans 10. Romans 10 and see what verse 11. Romans 10 verse 11.
Verse 9,
What else?
11.
Let me see what verse 9 says. Listen.
That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth,
Yep, that's exactly what I didn't want. I mean, I know it makes sense for him because he's been studying. Just ain't study what I want. But go ahead. If thou confess with thy mouth and amon with thy who?
that if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the
And-
Adon Yahusha,
And what else with your law?
and shalt amon in thine law,
What happened?
that Elohim hath zerak him from the moot,
What happened?
thou shalt be saved.
That's it. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Let's see what verse 11 says. Listen.
For the Sefer saith, whosoever amon on him,
See that? Whosoever obey him,
whosoever amon on him,
do what?
shall not be ashamed.
See that? He won't be confounded or put to shame. Tell him what happened.
For there is no difference between the Yehudi and the Greek.
Tell him what happened, son.
For the same Adon over all is rich unto all that call upon him.
Listen what happened.
For whosoever shall call upon the Shem of the Adon shall be saved.
What do you want to know?
How then shall they call on him?
In whom
They have not amon,
you said not obeyed,
have not amon.
not believed. What's going to happen?
And how shall they amon in him of whom they have not heard?
You can't obey nothing you hadn't heard. What else happened?
And how shall they hear without a kahalah?
See that? You can't hear without a preacher. And
How shall they preach except they be sent?
see that? That's how important it was. That's how important these steps, these methods have to be followed. That we got to be taught. That's the purpose of having a preacher. He just told you the beginning at the end. I told you the end at the beginning. So exactly how I gotta work. We gotta be to a certain place in order for us to receive it. First thing we gotta do, we gotta get to a step or get to a place where we start to believe. But that won't happen unless you hear something. And you can't hear something except you have a preacher. And you can't get a preacher except descending. So when we start looking at the steps, the method he used for Mushar, those are the same steps, the methods we look for us. The people he sent heard him. The people he sent knew him. And their job was to come and inform and to teach others. When he sent the apostles, he told them to go in all the arrives. And you know what he told them to do? And preach. Isn't that right? To who? To every creature. After he's a rock, he sent them to preach to every creature. Isn't that right? That to every human being, every nationality, he sent them to every one of them. Isn't that right? But they had to be taught first. They had to have an interaction, conversation, had to have knowledge, and they had to be sure about what they were teaching, what they were instructing them. Y'all got it? So we start listening when Shaul start making statements. I'm listening when people talking. Because there's certain things going to trigger and going to spark me. When he started telling me how he speak the Amat, that's true. I want him to say, if he speak the Amat, then you're going to talk about Yahushua. Because he said he was the Amat. He said conscience also bearing him witness. He said the Ruach HaKadosh. Then I got to look at how do you get the Ruach HaKadosh. First of all, you're going to have to believe something, and you're going to have to obey something. So I look at where his convictions come from. Some people say, well, you know, this is my personal conviction. Your personal conviction don't save or condemn people.
That's right.
We were guilty with that at being Christians. A lot of stuff we do now don't do. People, personal convictions of condemnation.
That's right.
That don't change and don't set up no structure for no salvation.
That's right.
Personally, how I feel about it, that's not a condemnation.
Right.
You can't use your personal. His conviction came because of what he received. He received the Ruach HaKodesh because he believed. He heard something. Yahushua came and appeared. Yahushua came and appeared unto him and told him why he appeared. For this purpose, to make him, to establish him. So he could go and he could teach others. And he was going to be a witness. So now when we start to look at these things, there are things I'm listening and I'm looking for. For you, I guess you just say, well, it said now, you just take it and read it and go with it. I just can't take it and read it and go with it. It's got to make sense. I'm looking for things to spark. I got to find out where it coincides with other writings. Otherwise, I can't take it. Because I don't know where you're getting it from. Y'all got it? It's just your personal conviction. I like Shaul because he let me know when certain things were personal for him.
That's right.
He said, to rest, I speak, not that are done.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
And he let you know why he felt like he had the ability to do it. And said he believed it bad because he was looking at, I'm basing it based off of the practicality of what the book said.
That's right.
Shaul said a lot of things, people just couldn't get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Shaul tried. That's what Kopf tried to tell him. He said he's speaking this in the script. Some things that are hard to be understood. Which they that are unlearned and unstable.
That's right.
You got to have stability. He said they rest as they do with all the other scriptures.
That's right.
That's right, to their own destruction. So that's something I don't do. I don't wrestle with nothing he said.
That's right.
I take my time. I just go with it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I look at conducive for salvation. That's what I try to make sure all of us get. Make sure we get what's conducive for salvation.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's finish. What we got? Did we put it up there yet? All right, let's see what we got. This is the lexicon. For those watching, is this lexicon? This Thayer's definition. The conscience of, what is this? Study light. Oh, I hope they study right. The conscience of anything. The soul as distinguishing between what is morally good and bad. I know it's something over there. Prompting to do the former and shun the latter. Commending one, condemning the other, the conscience. So what I said makes sense, man, right? We talked about the conscience was something that helps you decide between something right or wrong, where you'll condemn something. But if you look, they're saying morally. The only problem we got with that Shaul said his moral convictions for his statement was based off of the Ruach HaKodesh was witness with it. Hello? Let me say. Let's say 91 again, his statement. That's how we title it. See if that pick me up and say that 53 and 1. Yeshayahu. I'm sorry. Yeshayahu. Beth. Kopf, 2 Peter they call it. 1:19. Oh, that. Yeshayahu 53 and 1. after. Nine and 1. Do you remember where you're supposed to start at? Do y'all remember where y'all supposed to start?
Yes, sir.
Y'all know where y'all supposed to end?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Listen.
I say the Amat in Mashiach.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 1. Then they give me Yeshayahu, who they call Isaiah, 53 and 1. And then we'll run back over to Beth. This is what we call for 2 Peter, because it's the second Aleph Beth. So it'll be 2 Kaf, 1 and 19. Listen to the book.
I say the Amat in Mashiach.
He said, now I say the truth in the Mashiach.
I kazab not.
I kazab not, which is I lie not. Listen what happened.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Ruach HaKodesh.
See, that's the difference. He said conscience. Well, we just saw the definition for conscience is moral. This is all moral. This is how you feel, or this is your own ethics, or how people feel on a majority. That's how a lot of things are done. We basically do it off a majority. Just like when they put people, they take them to trial, they'll put a jury, they'll get them some laws, but you know those people can actually convict you off of their own convictions or their own conscience.
Yeah. Yeah.
By their own conscience, they can decide to let you go.
That's right.
It don't even matter about law. If the jury feels morally, although the law might convict you, if the jury finds a moral reason among themselves that you should be let go regardless of the law, you could be released.
That's right.
Now, this man just said he had a moral conviction. That wouldn't work for me because we're dealing with my salvation. Okay? So I don't want my salvation, Yeshua, to be based off of somebody's moral conviction. Not when I've been told in Yochanan 7:38 that he that among which is believe on me as the scripture said. So if I'm doing something based off what the scripture said, and you have a moral conviction, and it puts me out. So I don't want to be judged by your moral conviction. Right. I want to be judged by what's been deemed by the Ruach HaKodesh. In second Peter, they call Beth. That's not Beth. That's the time. Right quick, let's see something. Beth. 2 Timothy, they call him. 3 and 16. 2 Timothy, they call it 3 and 16. Listen to the book.
All Sefer.
See that? All Sefer, scripture, writings, are given
by inspiration of Elohim.
So what we talking about the inspiration? What's the inspiration? Elohim. It's got to be the Ruach. All right?
That's right.
When you look at something inspired, that's something that would trigger or start something. So we look at the same thing with him. We look at the Ruach, the wind. A lot of times what triggers what happens. So we look at this, the Ruach, what they would call the spirit. He said that's how it happened. That's what inspired the wind, the spirit. Got it? That's what they knew. They referred to as the wind. Listen.
And is profitable for doctrine.
See that? For teaching. What else?
For reproof.
For reproof. What else?
For correction.
See that? For correction.
For instruction.
In doing what?
In Sadiq.
So that what happened?
That the Ish of Elohim.
May be what?
Tamim.
So that Tamim, perfect.
Truly furnished.
See that? It's complete unto what?
All to works.
That's why I could take it right. He said the Ruach HaKodesh bearing witness. So I want to make sure I look at that. Tell him what he said he had in the book of the 9th chapter book of Romans. When he said bearing witness. Tell him what he had.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Ruach HaKodesh.
This is the 9th chapter book of Romans. What, that verse 3?
Verse 1.
Verse 1. Tell him what else happened.
That I have great heaviness.
See that? That he had great heaviness.
And,
what happened?
And continual sorrow.
And continual sorrow.
In my law.
In my law.
For I could that myself were accursed from Mashiach.
For what happened?
For my Akim.
See that? That's what he said. So we see how they work out. Yeshayahu, chapter 53, verse 1. They'll call it Isaiah. Proper name is Yeshayahu, which we know that Yah is deliverer of salvation or savior. Yahuwah is a savior. Yah shall be a deliverer or a savior. Yeshayahu. Listen to the book.
Who hath amon our report.
See that? Now he asked who had believed our report. And
To whom is the arm of Yahuwah revealed?
The only reason I could see that statement being made, because you've been told that he that believeth on me, or Aman on me, as out of his belly will flow rivers in the heart of Kai waters. Ma'in, Kai Ma'in, living waters. But what was he talking about? The Ruah, which they that believed on him, Aman, should receive. Now he just asked us who had believed. So if they didn't believe, there's no way they was obeying.
That's right.
That was the only reason to strike me that he would ask this question. He asked who has believed. But he knew that you just couldn't believe for any reason, because he has another question he want to know. Whether he want to know who had believed, Aman, our report, and
To whom is the arm of Yahuwah revealed?
otherwise, how you going to believe? You're going to have to see something. Something's going to spark and trigger what they call faith, which is amunah. Something has to trigger it. It doesn't just come up, compose itself. Something has to trigger it to happen. So he asked who had believed. He want to know who had seen it. To whom has it been revealed? Tell us about it.
For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant,
See, that's a tender plant. What else happened?
and as a root out of a dry adumah.
Tell him what he has, son.
He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him,
What happened?
there is no beauty that we should desire him.
Tell us about him.
He is despised,
And
rejected of Anashim,
I couldn't imagine what else.
a ish of sorrows, and acquainted with grief.
What did Shaul have?
Continual sorrow.
See, that I just can't believe what you're saying unless I can prove it out. The man made a statement, and we just reading it, I'm listening, but I got to be able to line this up. I just can't take, because he tell me, he's saying his conscience condemned it. They tell me that their definition is all moral. I can't look at morality when we're looking at what they would call spirituality or the Ruach. That's reality for us. That dictates or deem our behavior. That deems or dictate what's wrong and what's right for us. So he brought up Ruach HaKodesh, so now I got to look at what does the Ruach HaKodesh trigger? It inspires writings. So you making statements, I should be able to go back and find it in the writing. Listen to what he's saying. Listen.
And we hid, as it were, our panim from him.
What happened?
He was despised,
And
we esteemed him not.
what happened?
Surely he hath borne our griefs,
See that? And listen what happened.
and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of Elohim, and afflicted.
At the 14th chapter of the book of Acts of the Apostle. Acts of the Apostle, chapter 14, verse 19. So a lot of times what people do when they read, they just take off and just take it and go with it and let their minds open up and just start receiving. I got to make sure as I'm going through here, I got to make sure I'm searching. That's what the difference between the Yahudim that were in Beerah. Isn't that right? They search to see whether it's so. If it's meant for our salvation, our Yeshua, then isn't it going to be important that we understand it? It's got to be important that we understand. I appreciate the fact he didn't say, listen, you just trust me and be saved. Versus, I'll give you the information. You got to be willing to make sure that when you get it, it's lined up. It's got to be precept upon precept, line upon line upon line. He'll live, they'll live. That's how we can be able to find it. I don't want to just go with, well, he said, I just got to trust. No, I got to see. Isn't that right? I got to make sure I line up. It's got to be true. It got to be predicated off of truth. Y'all know how many people reading this same book? This same book that people read tomorrow. More people will read this same book tomorrow and go the wrong way. The same book you read now, we're going back to do correct the measure, look and say, let's go back and look at what was stated, what was mandated, and what was actually said. They'll let you look at their English definition for it, let you go back and look at their Greek and their so-called Hebrew, which is Abari, and let's make sure it's right. If it's predicated on you being saved, why wouldn't you want to check every source and every resource? You just go to just tell it, when you read the book, it's got to be by faith. This is by stupidity. Because there has to be something to reference. There's got to be something to reference. Hello? Yahushua stood up and read a book. Book of Yeshayahu. Said the Ruach of Elohim was upon him. Said he had made him Mashiach. He said what he had done. Don't you know these people start referencing?
Right.
The book told you that the eyes of everybody in the room was on him.
That's right. That's right.
Because people watching at this point. You said he sent you to do that, then we're going to be watching you.
That's right.
Nobody jumped up and started running around no church.
That's right.
Nobody started flipping on no chairs, no ushers fell out with no ammonia.
That's right.
The book said everybody's eyes were fastened on him.
That's right.
They were watching him at that point to make sure the things were as it were. That's what we're doing. We're trying to be like they weren't bureau, most noble. Isn't that right? Mind supposed to be ready, and we're going to make sure it's so.
That's right.
That's the only way. This is your salvation. What? Listen, we took chance for years gambling with people, hoping something was right, based on we could have checked. Lazy. Christianity is the laziest religion out here. They just give you something, you take it. Nobody's looking to see, what did he say? I know y'all got thrown. I put that name, but don't let that throw you. That's Barnabas. I know what I wrote when I put it up there. You just stay with 2 Timothy, you'll be all right for them. That's the name they believe he would actually give him. They believe his name meant son of EXHRT, exhort, warning, son of the Nabal. Which they would say son of the prophecy. Barnabas is a name they believe they gave Timotheus. All right? So that's why I put it up there. Don't let it throw you. Just stay where you at. So now we start to reference and to see how things work. Acts of the Apostles chapter 14, verse 19. No, that ain't new. Not for me. Listen.
And there came thither certain Yahudim from Antioch and Iconium, who persuaded the alms, and having stoned Shaul,
Stone Shaul. What happened?
Drew him out of the city,
Yeah.
supposing he had been moot.
What happened?
Howbeit, as the Methodist stood round about him, he rose up and came into the city. And the next yom he departed with Barnabas to Derbe. And when they had preached the debar to that city,
What happened?
and had taught many, they returned again to Lystra and to Iconium
What happened?
and Antioch, confirming the Nephash of the Methodists,
Yeah.
and exhorting them to continue in the Amunah,
Look as he did.
and that we must through much tribulation
Do what?
enter into the Malkuth of Elohim.
I guess I kind of went here to look at this because the book said we beheld him stricken on Elohim.
That's right.
That's what the book said. We beheld him stricken on Elohim. So I want to start looking at Shaul in this conversation. We were saying how the Ruach HaKadosh bear him record. Then I can't see his spirit. Can y'all see his spirit? But I can judge him by his writings and by his statements, by his actions. I can go back and see where I can reference some of these actions. Y'all see what they did to Shaul? What did they do to Shaul? And did what? Pick me up the 27th chapter of the book of Matthew. They call it Matthew. Matthew chapter 27. It didn't lesson about Shaul? No. It just showing you how you ought to be able to reference your information. That was y'all went to college for. That's all they did was teach you how to reference. You felt like you were smarter, but you got debt. Who was the real smart one? Let me see, 27:38. Listen to the book.
Then were there two thieves crucified with him,
Tell them what it was at, son.
one on the right hand and another on the left.
And what happened?
And they that passed by reviled him,
Doing what?
wagging their heads,
What happened?
and saying,
What did they say?
Thou that destroyest the Mashakon and buildest it in 3 yamim, save thyself.
What else happened?
If thou be the ben of Elohim,
What happened?
come down from the toot.
And what happened?
Likewise also the Rosh Kohanim, mocking him with the scribes and Zakan, said,
He do what?
He saved others,
Himself?
he cannot save.
Listen what happened.
If he be the Malak of Yasharal, let him now come down from the toot,
And what will we do?
and we will among him.
Was that it?
He trusted in Elohim,
What happened?
let him deliver him now.
If?
He will have him.
That's the last of it?
For he said, I am the ben of Elohim.
So what happened?
The thieves also,
The who?
the thieves also,
Who were what?
which were crucified with him,
What did they do?
cast the same in his teeth.
See that? They start hurling stones too. People can kill you with words. So they took Shaul and they stoned him too and supposedly left him for dead. So you start to see the correlation and just the reaction on when you start to go back and look and see how similar were his actions when he talked about his care for him, what he was willing to do. When he got up, he was willing to come back to show the people that believed that Armand on the Debar that he was yet still alive. You see, when he was stoned, he was left, he's a rock. And went right back. That's what Yahushua did. He got up. Went right back to the same place trying to confirm the nefesh of the people, which were the souls of them. That's how important we go through. Listen, anybody can go through this way and not go through nothing and keep hanging on. It takes something when you go through here and you start to suffer and you hang on. Everybody that named the name of Elohim don't believe the book said you're going to suffer persecution.
That's right.
The problem we got with our people today, we just haven't been taught. We don't know just how close proximity and common is with us, with them, that they actually suffer. We come through now. People come this way to keep from suffering. I did it. I only came this way because I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die no horrible death. I didn't want to choke, drown, die in no hospital, no tubes. So I said, what I do, I go get saved. I did. I didn't want to get shot or nothing like that. So I want to just go somewhere like real calm and just die, like 100 or 200 years from now. That's to be honest. That's why I came. I didn't want to die. I didn't want nothing bad to happen. I didn't want to get real sick. I didn't want nothing to happen to me. So I said, what I do, I go get saved. Save people don't get sick. Save people don't die like that. So I decided I'd come this way. Then I come this way and realize when you choose this way, you gonna die.
That's right.
You came this way to die.
That's right.
You came this way to be sick.
That's right.
That's why he said he was Yahuwah and they heal all your diseases.
That's right.
Isn't that right? So we had to have some among us for him to heal us to take it away from us. So my confidence is that if I die, moot, that he'll Zerah me. Y'all all right? Let me tell you what people don't know, how things kind of work for us in a sense. Most of your healing, when people go to the hospital, you know where to come in at? The resting. The rest. They'll tell you that. You need to get some rest. They'll cut your visitors off. They'll tell you about cutting the front. They'll tell you need to get rest. No matter about the medication they put in, you got to have rest. You got to have rest. That's the only way the conscious mind going to actually do what it need to do, and for the healing to take process, you got to have rest. Hello? That's why the book said Baraka them that moot, and where was it? Henceforth, that they do what? They can do what? They can rest from their labor, and then their works will follow them. So everything that we put in and we try to do to be accountable to Elohim going to come in through our mood too. That's why healing going to come. Hello? No, let's see. 6th chapter book of Hosea. They call it Hosea. Hosea. Let's see what it said. Hosea. They call it Hosea. Guess if you're Mexican, you can do that. Anything to give us a Latino connotation. You know, everybody has named us.
That's right.
And framed us.
That's right.
Till we just really have no conscience. You know, it's amazing. As soon as you see a Chinese person or that connotation or look, the first thing you'll do, you'll call them one or two things. You'll call them Asian, Oriental.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what's going to look at amazing. Asian, Oriental. There's some other names you call them too, but we're talking about commonly what people do. Asian, Oriental. So you got two people working in name of you. You got the Greeks. The Greeks gave you Asian. That was believed to be Asa. The Latins, which are the Romans, they gave you on that ain't it. I really don't care. That's it. One eye? Well, I'm going to give you two because I got two.
Right.
How many of y'all got one eye? So I know I'm going to be right. All right, got it? So now you learn how these people got you on the people name you. The Greeks gave you Asian, that they actually took from Asa. Then the Romans, Latin, gave you Orient, which these two words you need to look at what it means. So they go around, they tell somebody, they call them Asian Oriental, they tell them where the sun rises. That's where we at. And you know what we tell the white man to do? He go where the sun don't shine.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's simply because our direction. That's why we learn. You know, that's our compass. We go to where the sun rises. And our skin even bear record to it. All right, this is how we get this culture. This is how we get this look, because where we sat in Asa Oriental is where the sun rises. They got us thinking that you hear Asian Oriental, you almost say, oh, they talking about them. No, they talking about you just don't know it. He couldn't say that about Greek. He can't say that about in the land of Greece. He can't tell you that in Rome and Italy. He can't tell you that because the sun don't rise there. That's why people have a colder climate and culture. That's why they try to come over to us. That's what your book look at, it show you. All these people got to fall back to us.
That's right.
So what you think was going to happen if we were the people that actually are Asa and Oriental? That's actually our title, our culture. That's actually our title. That was our name. They didn't name these people. They see these people slant high saying they were Oriental and they were Asian. You talking about when they saw the people talking about calling Asia, they came in the area that you call Turkey.
Mm. That's right.
These people were not in China.
That's right.
This was in Turkey.
That's right.
This is over in the area where Abraham them dwelt. When they said, look at, because they saw that the Shamash rise on you. They saw that. And so when the Romans came, they called you Oriental. Or Orin. You just didn't know no better. See, the problem that comes with us, nobody really educated us. People just talk. They just showed this book in our face and gave it to us, and we just walked out like some dumbasses. We never been conscious, never thought about nothing. Nobody, everything they told you wrong, they told you nothing. How ass wrong, but it's in your book.
That's right. That's right.
When they read that, the dumb ass spoke with, you said you're a dumb ass. Oh, he just covered. Read the book, dumb ass, look at the Spirit of God.
That's right.
Ass is your posterior.
That's right.
Dumb meaning not having the ability. We call somebody dumb that can speak. Because they don't know something. They never called somebody dumb because they didn't know anything. When a person was considered deemed to be dumb, that was like a person that was kind of mentally handicapped.
Right.
A person that without the ability of. Now white people got you walking around, somebody don't know something. What 90,000 million? You dumb. The man can speak and talk. All I do is teach it to him.
That's right. That's right.
The problem we got, moral consciousness, you don't have it. It was given to you by white people.
That's right. That's right.
People that had no moral character or conscience, because they did, it was no way to rape you, rob you, imprison you, capture you, maim you, sleep with your kids, and then they give you moral ethics. They're going to tell everybody hate me because a white man taught them. No man got a real idea. They don't have a conscious idea in their mind to tell you why they hate me. God just don't like him. Because the white man told you that.
That's right.
He putting on white, I'm not putting that on. I'm just telling the truth about the matter.
That's right.
They put you in these social skill places you call church and religion, and you ain't cussing up to think to go back to look at where can you verify this information.
That's right.
They're going to say, you know what my problem is? See, Smith done got himself messed up out there now. Now he using the dictionary. Every word in this book in the dictionary.
That's right.
Why are you using any of these words and won't use a dictionary?
That's right. That's right.
You're reading an English transgender book. Why would you not know an English definition of what you're reading? Why would you not know a definition from where the word stemmed from before it was English? I don't need it. I'm going to let the Lord lead me. That's your other problem. Because now your tithing comes from your masters. We don't have a Lord and we don't have a God. We have an Elohim.
That's right.
We have a supreme ruler. We have an Adon. Isn't that right?
That's right.
White people got a Lord. They got a God and they have a Jesus and they gave it to you. I don't receive it.
Come on.
See, because you can't even reference the information is not even old enough. The name Jesus is not even old enough to even use. Your 1611 version does not even have it. How did you go and baptize, immerse people, have people praying in something that didn't even exist? What did they use before? Did Abraham know the name Jesus? The man you call Jesus, did he know his name was Jesus?
That's right. That's right.
This is how stupid they dumbed us down to.
Right.
People go back and look in a 1611 and see it don't even exist.
That's right.
And the fear they gave them.
Yeah.
Now if you say something against Jesus, you know you're going to go to hell. Another place don't exist.
Yeah.
Another Greek, something they fabricated and they made up. We have Sheol, which is the abyss, where he's going to put these people above it and he's going to put these people in an inferno. They gave us hell. This is more Greek connotation.
Yeah.
More Greek, Roman tongue, and just messed us up. All your fears and phobia have come through by your captives. Mm. I come along, I educate these people. He done left, he teaches us. I'm teaching about what you need to know.
That's right.
White people love to hear you walk up and say, what kind of person they say? Oh, they Oriental. It's good to know. Mm. Where they from? Give you a world map. Where they from? Asia? Run straight to China. Go get them a map. Further, you say Asia. They're not going to look nowhere toward what they're going to call Africa. They're going straight over there looking for China. Go ask them where Jerusalem is. In Asia. True, because the Shema does right there. But the mindset they gave you about it was where Asian people are. And they'll call them people Asian. They should be calling you Asian. You should be Asa.
That's right. Yes, sir.
1 and 5. Shir HaSharim. They call it Song of Solomon. The proper name is Shir HaSharim, which is sing the songs. They call it Song of Solomon. We don't even know who Solomon is. The name is Solomon. Shir HaSharim, sing the songs. Mm-hmm. The M for us is plural, like the S is plural for in English. Shir HaSharim. Listen to the book, 1 and 5. Listen to the book.
I am Shakar.
That's right, Shakar. Tupac tried to tell you who he was. We didn't miss it.
Yeah.
We are Shakar, not black. Now our people know what this stuff means. White people gave us that.
That's right. White
people call themselves Caucasian. They come from the Caucasus. You tell me every white person come from the mountains of Russia?
That's right.
How many of y'all didn't know what Caucasian was or where it derived from? It's the Caucasus Mountains.
That's right.
That's from Russia. What is it, Magog? Mm-hmm. These people say that from Magog.
That's right.
Most of them know when you read your book and tell about Magog and Gog, which is going to be what they call China and Russia. That's what the white people tell you they're from Russia. They tell you I'm from Magog. Yeah. And the white people told that you'll look at them differently.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff people, listen, these people don't read, listen. The average these people that tell you they want to be saved are not honest. Because if you're honest, you want them out.
That's right.
You want to know what you're supposed to believe. Because a lot of stuff people say doesn't make sense.
That's right.
It doesn't make sense that you believe that the world was created on English. Mm-hmm. That the whole world is dictated and ruled by English rulers. Before there was an English ruler, before there was a white face, it was a black face.
That's right.
Everybody here was black. We were always here. They twisted us and messed us up the whole time they were here. These people come from your fat, and these people sit here and tell you stuff and make a fool out of us.
Yes, sir. Come on, preacher.
All those regions were named after the father. With the fathers, guess what you can do? You can trace the lineage.
That's right. That's
Everything
right.
they named the land. White people learn that from you. That's why you go find the Fields plantation,
yes, right.
the Smith plantation, the Jones plantation. And what you can do, you can find out who was the Joneses' father,
that's right.
and who was his father. So that's why when we had to bet the land, we named it after the father.
That's right. That's right.
The whole land on it was called Kush, pretty much.
Yeah.
That land, it was Kush. Come. So guess what I could do if I could know the land was Kush? I can go back to find out who his Abba was.
That's right.
And I could trace back and hit Newark, and I could trace back the way white people named and gave your stuff. You can't trace nobody.
That's right.
How are you gonna trace somebody from Boulevard? Who father you gonna trace from Boulevard?
That's right.
Some crackhead baby.
That's right.
You gonna trace no Martin Luther King Avenue? White people make a fool out of you.
Yes,
White people name stuff, they can go back and trace it.
yes,
That's how you keep a record. Our land, those lands, those areas were named after the arbor so we could trace them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we was able to trace Yahushua. They know that he came out of Bethlehem. Because that was Dawood was. That was Dawood's city. The house of bread. That's how we was able to trace his lineage because of land and naming. We was able to put that together to trace him to go back to know who he was. I don't know. They did a job on us. They did a job on it. And the bad part is they make people that are honest that tell you the truth and try to convert us to the truth. They make us look like we're the people that's the demon. And all we're trying to do is just tell you the truth.
Right.
Get you to sit down and realize that the book they gave you ain't complete.
That's right.
It's too many unknowns in what you're doing. And you just going to take an English translation. It's stuff you don't know. It's things that you're missing. You're going to lack with the English version. So we have to go back and show you the significance in names, the Shem. We got to show you the emphasis on why regions and why they had names so you could trace back why everybody white from Russia. They got a block on there and you white. They just signed Caucasian.
Yeah, that's right.
Why don't white people born here still trade themselves back to Russia?
That's right.
What do white people know that we don't know?
That's right. That's right.
Why they don't have a spot on that Great White Britain?
Right.
That's why they said it came from England, didn't it?
That's right.
Why is it a tab on here for Caucasian for Caucasus Mountain in Russia?
That's right.
Because white people trying to tell you, I know my history.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're Ireland, I don't care if you're from Swiss, I don't care if you're from Germany, they all come from Caucasus Mountain. Hello? They don't like that. It's in their book and it's scam. It's in their book. They gave a history like book and said it's in their book, but they don't read it.
That's right.
White people get this book and make them stack that high. They know a nigga ain't gonna read it.
Nope.
They're gonna skim through and keep going, and you're gonna lack something.
Yep. That's right.
Let's see what she told you. Shah Shireen. They call it Song of Solomon 1 and 5. What did she tell them?
I am Shakar.
Which would have messed us up. If white people knew, we learned that word was actually shakar and it wasn't black. Put it up there. Let's see what it is. Let's see lexicon. They'll call it Hebrew, but it's Abari. Let's see what black is. Let's look up so everybody see. How many of y'all haven't looked it up? Good. Let's look it up. If you look up black in the in black law, I think it's volume 9 or volume 7. Black comes from the word colorable. Colorable in black law means something that's not real. So when you go to court and you tell them that you're a black man or a black woman, you just told the judge that you're colorable and you're something that's not real. Please look that up and make sure I'm not lying to these people. Look it up for me. Please trade behind me. There's no need of nobody else lying. Do we want to just go what I said or we want to be sure we can trace this information? Let's trade the information. Can't do me, can't hurt me. Listen, can't hurt me. We're supposed to be speaking their mind, right?
That's right.
Well, let's look at what it is. See, this is the problem we have. You go to court and you wonder why you don't win cases. Let me see black man, black woman. I'm confused. I don't know why you're not winning. Probably because you ain't had a proper representation. Maybe you should have bought a white lawyer. Or is it the fact that what it is, you're colorable. A judge is taught to set and rule by the law.
That's right.
They have books, volume, and black law is one they use. In black law, it's going. I think it's page 203, somewhere like that. I don't know what it is. Look it up. We'll find it. We'll find it. We ain't scared for no mind. Only thing the truth do is make us better.
That's right.
But what the purpose of telling me she says she black? What's the purpose of telling me she says she black? She never told you that. Let's see what the Abari word for it is, right? Abari, they'll have lexicon Hebrew. It's lexicon Abari for us. Hebrew has no meaning. We don't know where it comes from. Let's say, there it is. You start showing you how to pronounce it. This is the phonics spelling. Shakar. Y'all got it? Shakar. So now that's amazing when Tupac told you his name was Tupac Shakur, which he didn't give himself that name, which means that the Panther that named him his mother had more knowledge than you got.
Come on. That's right. That's right. Yep.
He told you what his last name. It was Shakur. White folks start calling them Tupacs and everything. They know the man was Tupac.
That's right.
He was named after one of those rulers. What they? Dingo ruler, warriors or something. They was named Tupac, but white folk called it Tupacs. Yeah, they anything that insult you. White folks insult you. Right. They'll take what you got and make fun out of it.
Yep.
Make one out of Billy Cyrus.
That's right.
Mary Jolene. Make fun of them.
That's right.
White folks always run you down anytime you take something and go back to identify you. Let's see that. Let me see it again, Shakur. So it makes a difference versus you let somebody tell you something and what you see to be dim or dark in color. A primitive root, identical with, let's tell you what let's put Hebrew again, we don't believe in Hebrew, through the idea, darkness of early dawn, be black. Your mama. With Shakur. So now when you read this, when you read stuff like this, this is what white people are telling you their definition is for this word. You don't have to take this for your truth.
Come on. That's right.
Okay? Again, this is their definition of what they would call this. I say Yahuwah saw it and he said it was two.
Come on.
Barashit.
Yes, sir.
1 and 1. See, that's another thing that hurts us. We give up our freedom and our liberty to think or to define. It is. Everything we got, we use, is based off of white people's premise of what they thought. White people look at you, you black. What is black? That's what black is. Black, dark, crusty, crowny, dirty, grungy. Where you get that from?
That's right.
Where did you get that from? Now, you know what happened? Somebody a free thinker, that's what it is, Leon. We looked it up. Don't let these people tell you your ability to think. Let's see, did he call it something good or did he call it something bad? Barashit, the B for the Beth of our Aleph, Rashit, beginning. So we're saying in the Beth, one of the definitions for the Beth is in or with. So now we're looking at Barashit, in the beginning. Let's see what happened in the beginning. 1 and 1. Listen.
Barashit, Elohim, bara.
Now it's telling you in the beginning, hold on. Our actual writing should say Barashit, bara, Elohim, Hashamayim, and the Arats. So it would actually tell us that in the beginning created Elohim. It told us what he did, then it told us who he was. So what we learned actually in our beginning is that he did, then we learned who he was. Okay? So we learned that he did it, created, made, then we learned who he was. Just like they did when they was in Mizraim. He had already done it. Then they need to learn who he was. Because they want to know what was his Shem.
That's right.
So now in the beginning, they're writing, they're transgendering. In the beginning, they'll say God created, which is, don't forget now, you're dealing with, if I'm correct, I think this version might come from the Vulgate. This might be a Latin version, but then you're using God. So you got the Latin version, you'll find the LXX, the Latin written by Jerome. So you got these people that come along that took your book. When they saw your writings, they took from your people. And they said, oh, this is what we call it. You call him Elohim, we call him God. Now, their definition and their working of their God, the only problem is their God isn't real.
That's right.
Their God comes from mystic or mystical.
Right.
Or myth. Let's look at what a myth is. And let's find out from the Greeks, is God mythical or mist? Can we look at that myth? Can we find out? Yes, because you're telling me now that God is just the translation of the word we say Elohim. Do we believe that Elohim is mystical?
No.
Do we believe he is a myth?
No.
Then if your God is a myth or mystical, you couldn't use that for me. But see what people do, if they look at Elohim, they find a definition saying God. That's all it is, Darren. It means God. What's your definition of God?
Right.
See, this is what hurt us. You surface study and read. And that's why they get you. They know you a nigga. You're going to read one definition and you're going to take it. They're going to trip you up with that. So when you read, you got to be able to understand.
Right.
So look up their God. Let's find out what they agree with. Let's find out where God derived from first. Let's find out. Can we do that, y'all? Let's find out where God come from. Let's see. That way we can see if that's us or is it them. I don't want to lie on nobody. Now the only thing can happen is I could be wrong and the truth could come up there. Then guess what I can do? Right. I can correct it or I can stay wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you've been wrong and the truth come up there and it's right, guess what you could do? That's right. So that make it on both of us. And I just put it on me. That makes sure it's right for all of us. Oh my goodness. Also God, an old English God, supreme being, deity, the Christian God. Problem I got with this. Let's date this. Where are we going to date Christianity from? From the French. We're going to date Christianity, I think, from the Germans, the Got. Who they put here? Germans? Or see, the Germans got. That's why they use the term that they tell you don't say Gottdam. People say it's goddamn. It's not goddamn. It's got. But I'm just being honest. People say stuff, they don't even know what they're saying. Bad people to get you saying, you said goddamn, you blaspheme God name. No, you didn't. You only know what you're talking about. The word is got. It's the German word got. It's goddamn. Okay? Problem you got, the word dam is arboretum for blood.
That's right.
Same word white people got you and told you couldn't use white folk. We heard white folk using it.
Yep.
Goddamn. We said, oh, they took God's name in back. Oh my goodness, they gonna burn in
hell.
Hell is another myth.
That's right.
By Greeks, by the same people that transgendered your book. So how authentic is your book if these people use mystical and myth to describe their creators or their deities? And they said that their deity title is the same title for your deity. You couldn't use that.
That's right.
You couldn't use that. Goods, that which is invoked source also. I don't know what, you got so much stuff in here, but some trace it to pi. This is a mathematical equation, pi. Don't they use this in math?
Yeah.
They don't use pi. They do use pi. That's right. Yeah, they use pi. One of them in school trying to think about it for a minute. She said, I know I ate something in the cafeteria. No, baby, not that pi. We're talking about in math. Found, verse 2, given the Greek facts, the grammatic form made. Man, see that grammatic. That's fun, ain't it?
German.
See, I know you ain't smart than me. They throw an IC on something, hell, you think you done found something. German. Yep. Man, put an IC on it, you thought you just said some beautiful word. It's German. That's right. These people don't know how much influence these people got on us.
Yeah.
They don't even know how much, all they do but grammatic. German. It's German.
Yes, sir.
Are you German?
No, sir.
Then how did you let these people define your creator?
That's right.
Greek fast, the German form may have referred in the first instance to the spiritual, what's that? Imminent, what's that? Imminent in a burial mound. Watkins. See also Zeus. Wow. Wow, we need to look at this. Because this is what you're saying, Ty. This is the same thing as what I'm saying. Who could this be? Zeus. Supreme God of the ancient Greeks and master of the others. Where the hell? 1706? How you telling me Abraham them called him God? And you didn't get to 1706? How would you let these people dumb you down and make you think that you done blaspheme the name of our creator when you said something against God? The hell with their God.
That's right.
1706.
That's right.
From Greek. From pi. much is to make them nigga pie, make them all white pies, some nigga pies?
That's right.
My name Ray Gibson.
That's right.
Are you serious?
That's right.
Are you serious? Our people don't know. Listen, they kill every Shabbat. They say Sabbath. Greeks got them again. Just keep moving away. Shabbat. Every Sunday, they're killing our people in the institution they call churches, religious organizations, because they're too dumb, brain dead to sit back and just search it. It doesn't make sense.
Don't make sense.
Now, what did that book say? Right, I'm just curious. Barrel Sheet 1 and 1. What did it say? We don't. I want to get some. I want to find out about this thing. Oh my goodness. Deus God. Who the hell is this? Who is Deus? Hold on. Who is this? Who is this? Deus God? You have a lowercase in your book and you have a capitalized.
Right.
These people are playing with you.
That's right.
Who is this? Let's look this up. Who is this? I need to find out who this is. Find this man. I need to find him. I'll tear these little churches down. All you got to do is come and say, listen, I'll put up and we going. None of this stuff going to throw me. Only one thing going to happen. I'm either going to be right or wrong. If I'm wrong and I see right on taking, I ain't in no better shape than the rest of the other people.
That's right.
Just like you. Our people ain't been trained to thought. Ain't been trained to think. Oh my God, that's a nice looking guy. Oh, that, go on with your bad self. I want to find out where it come from. See, this is what you get. That's why I tell you. Go and sit in these little institutionalized places, let somebody sit down and start shoving their book in your face, and they just shooting words across you. You have no idea what's going on. You got more stuff that been transgender that you got this right. So somebody has to sit down and say, let's look this over together. Let's see if it's true. Don't let nobody lead you. Let's see what it says. We done saw Zeus. They've been telling folks for the long. They're like, that's who Jesus is. I don't know. They just made up stuff. They just seeing an E-U-S and throw something on something. Oh, this is the access for it. Deus, daylight. Jesus, I got this at daylight, God, also Deus. I don't know what this is, fitter, literally, Father, daylight. Okay, God is the Father of daylight. God is the reconstructed name of the daylight sky god and Proto-Indo-European myth. What the hell is this? Then how you gonna use it for me? Mythology. This in itself tell you it ain't even real.
That's right. That's right.
Indo-European is going to deal with all of those other countries, all the other little areas in the same region.
That's right.
Indo-European mess you up again.
That's right.
This is how they get us right here. Let's look at what is mythology. I want to show you why you can't use the terminology and you pray to it. You're praying to a foreign deity.
That's right.
People don't even care about this. The average pastor preacher don't care about your soul because when the truth come out, money's going to be lost.
That's right. That's right.
Because I tell y'all here, if it don't say that, you can't end up, even though it said, put that back up there for let me see it. Yes, sir. What you just had it up. I know what it says right here, but my God speaking to me, telling me, see, man's interfering right now. You going to be that stupid? This is not an arbitrary word. You got to remember the book was written to a certain particular group of people. It was given to a certain group of people first. Those people spoke a certain language. The people that came over and captured, invaded, and destroyed took your books. They rewrote your books and then they gave them back to you after they transgendered them. They kept your books that were right. That's how they know when you start to get off and you breaking off from their path. All I'm telling you is, let's look back at their definition. This is none of these, do any of these definitions have my name on them?
No, sir.
My creation date on them. This is the man's stuff. This is how the man has messed you up, and you need to know what you're reading. Because people are dying every day believing they're going somewhere. You're not going. Because you don't even know the truth. The book said you should know the truth, and the truth will do what? Tell me what part of slavery was designed to free a slave? Why would they give you a book that free you?
Got a point. Got a point.
Why would they give you a book? If slavery was about capturing and keeping people captive, why would I give you a book, teach you how to read a book that was going to free you and send you somewhere? Everywhere you were going is Greek.
Yep.
Let's see heaven. Let's see if it's our word. Just show these people. Go talk to your grandmama, talk to your grand, talk to your mom, your dad. They're going to tell you about a place called heaven. You cannot find it recorded in the writings. Mary must have something to do with this. All the time I mess with this, and when I used to listen to Sleazy E now. Old English. That's not even mess with Old English. I don't know what it was. Hero fan, home of God. Just saw he was mythical. Now this is the home of God right here. Early the visible sky firmaments. Probably. That's right, my problem. So you don't know. And tell you probably. That means I don't know. Probably. From the proto, I couldn't imagine going to tell me Indo-European. Oh, German. Hymen. A dissimulation of hymen. I know the hymen. Ain't that what they want? The hymen, right? The hymen. Oh my! I've been to heaven before. How many of y'all been to heaven? I want to go heaven. Now y'all stop it. Y'all get yourself together now. No help for you. Listen. Source also of Low German. Heben, all noose. Niggas know about noose, don't we? We know about noose. What else we got? Hymen, Gothic. We know about the Gothic. The Gothic function is going to refer back over to the Christian church. Pull up Gothic. Gothic, if I'm correct, should turn you back over when they established their Christian religion over in Turkey. No, Gothic might be Gothic, either Turkey or Mizraim they call Egypt. Let's see, Gothic. I know we kind of moved, but I want to see the old Goth, the ancient old German people pertaining to the Goth or their language, 1610s. What we got? From the late Latin, Gothicus, from the Greek, Gothi, see God, Old English, I used to drink that, Gothic, I guess, as a noun. The language of the Goths from the 1757, Gothic was used by the 17th century. That's C for century or for, what is it? Purpose? Century. I'm making sure, I don't know this stuff. Scholars to mean German. I mean, what is that? Teutonic? Hence, it is used from the 1640 as a term for the art styles that emerged in the northern. So the Gothic, I think, going to deal with their Renaissance, going to deal with those buildings, shape. So you don't even know either. Well, with the Goth, that's what they got. They build in a certain type style. That's you don't even know that. Most people don't know where fluting comes from. See, white people have been building, constructing places based off of German, based off of Greek, based off of Latin. Right. When you see those buildings, you go there, you'll watch those. When you watch those pillars, you'll see the little hole there. See how it got the little around the pillars? Those are fluting.
That's right.
They do. Okay. The Renaissance is going to deal with their musical period. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't know. White people build based off of music. Mm-hmm. The Renaissance period. They have a classical period. They deem a classical period during a time when these people were getting high, getting drunk, listening to music, raping and demeaning our people. It's called your classical. White people go and sit now and listen to classical music. Niggas are the only people don't know what's going on.
That's right.
This has nothing to do with you. See, classical music is a time. Fluting. We're all over the place, huh? I need y'all to know about these people. Yeah. What hurt us, you come and sit down in a room with a book, you don't know nothing about your enemy. Your enemy know about you.
That's right.
You're the only person walk in a room, you unmatched. It's not equally matched. Because you don't know you're being played. When you go in these buildings, you don't even know you're being played.
Yeah.
They built off this contemporary style. You'll sit around, you'll do stuff and you like to look. White people do it because it coexists into a style. They have time periods based off of it. Classical music, y'all know about classical music? They got station play classical music. White people got time periods based off of it. That 1700 is going to denote the time of the classical music.
That's right.
See where you were? Where were you in the 1700s? You was a nigger.
That's right.
You was a slave. You were being boated and shipped.
That's right.
You were getting boarded through. You were getting maimed and raped.
That's right.
Your kids were getting taken, and they call that classical. Can we get that classical period? Is it not? The classical period was an era. Era, spelled wrong. A classical music between roughly 1730 and 1820. What were you doing this time?
Yep.
White folks said it was classical. When we dropped it, that was the class. In session. These people got time period. Yo, they got radio stations still playing it. They tell you get rid of rap.
Yep.
Get rid of it. I don't listen to this stuff myself. But they sit around and white people are still using this same connotation on you every day. Classical stations. All day that they can sit back and listen to music because they bringing them back to a period when your ass was a slave.
That's right. That's right.
If I'm correct, the Baroque and the romantic, I'll just drop that out. That's why I want you romantic, because all they tell you is Roman period.
Yeah.
This was romantic.
That's
when
right.
you were being raped. When you were being shit. You need to know this. If I'm correct with the Baroque, that's going to go back to deal with in their classical, in the way that they build, their flute, in the way they build, they shape, they build them courtroom. Look at how they build this stuff. Because these people, when these white people walk in these courtroom, they look at the structure they build, it puts them back into the classical period.
That's right. That's right.
Classical music has a lighter, clearer texture than the Baroque music, and it's less complex. These people making songs, making music off you. Always like they're doing, making money off of you. See, you're the only people sit out in these buildings. White people would never let people do them the way we've been done and sound and let somebody teach. No captain gonna write their book. Nobody gonna sit around and tell white people their history. See how many white people fly to China and let Chinese tell them their history. Just go and see. Go find out how many China go to Africa and say, I need y'all to teach us our history. Because we don't know. We came from the Caucasus Mountain. We need you to know. You know that because that's what white people told you, and that's what they want you to know. Nobody is going to tell white people their history. That's not white. Nobody. White people are not going to receive anything from anybody they deem to be an enemy. When Hugo Chavez was alive, he said America was the great Satan.
That's right.
America got struck a few weeks later, a month later in Texas. The oil rigs got hit from a storm.
That's right.
Hugo Chavez offered to give America oil until they could get them back up. You know what they told him? They said we don't take oil from enemies.
That's right.
Listen, they were hurt and they needed the oil. They said they wouldn't take it. All he made was a statement. These white people didn't just tell you were safe. These white people treated you like you were safe.
That's right.
These white people raped and robbed you, and you will still let them sit around and feed you and medicate you. Sad. Just sad. Piss poor.
That's right.
Piss poor.
That's right.
Let's find about their mystical. Their myth. Let's find the definition of mythology so I can get back. My teaching is not to try to teach us to hate, but to try to get us to hate our situation. That's all I want to do. See, the only way you're going to change your situation, you got to see it for what it is.
That's right.
That's the only way. All I want you to do is see it for where it is. All the information you have, the language you speak, come from the people that captured you. All I ask you is this. What was you saying before they came? What did you call them before you met them? See, everything you got, all your history only goes back to when white people brought you here. All your information is what white people gave you when you were here. Why did I believe that was the correct information? The numbers weren't the numbers they gave you are inaccurate. The fact that white people told you they brought you here when you were already moving here before whiteface came. Yes, sir. White people didn't bring us here. We were already here. They captured some. At the most, they could have brought a couple of 100,000. White people have convinced you they got ships that brought millions of you here. We were here before whiteface came. Yep. It's proof and evidence. Yep. White people didn't know how to build them obelisks they got in Washington, D.C., them pyramids. We built them. We built them before we ever met them in Mitzrayim. They call Egypt. White people ain't told we've been navigating before we met them. Bad shape. All I'm trying to do is get our people to get conscious. Let's look at mythology. Hope y'all learned something.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, mythology, a collection of myths, especially one belonging to a particular religion. Christianity is a myth.
That's right.
Yep.
It is a myth. All of your founders, all of your belief, all that you believe in is a lie.
That's right.
There is no Jesus. There is no God because they're a myth. They're mythology. They'll tell you already it's part of a religion. So the Greeks told you that God is the proper name for Elohim. That's a lie. Jesus is the name of his son. That is a lie.
That's right.
Or a cultural tradition. That's all you doing. A book discussing Jewish and Christian mythologies. Because Jewish people are fake too.
That's right.
Jewish people done told you that they were the people and they are the people and they are not Gentiles. This is what they told you, Jews. Add the 9th chapter, make it the 10th chapter of the book of Bereshit. Now look at the large majority of what they call themselves. Let's look at it. We put it up before they can see it. Now, you know, these people tell more lies. And then you know what's wrong with our people? They'll go follow some white Jewish people and follow them and trust them. White man gonna let 2 of his locks fall on the side of his head, shade the rest around the back, and I'm supposed to believe it. Bereshit they call Genesis. 10:1. Listen to the book.
Now these are the Tuledoth of the Beni of Nuach, Sham,
Tuledoth, they call generations. This is the Tuledoth, which let us know the lineage. See how you trace back from the fathers. Sham,
Kam, and
they put Ham, because nigga eat pork. The man name not Ham, the man name is Kam. It's not Ham. Cause a nigga ate some pork chop, we got with them, they automatically named the man Ham and said that's where y'all come from. Nigga eat 1 plate of baby back rib and we get blamed for it. Ham. The man name is Kam, C-H-A-M, Kam. Tell me what happened.
and Japhath,
This is your father.
and unto them
And unto them,
were Beni born.
unto them were children born. Sons were born. Benin, sons or children. Tell me what happened.
After the flood.
After the flood. So this is creation starting over again. Because everybody else was dead. That means that everybody came from them. After the flood, only people left living was 8 people and animals. This is creation starting over again. Let's see how this thing work out.
The Beni of Japhath,
The sons, the children, the sons of Yaphat. Tell me what about them.
Gomer,
Gomer, Powell.
and Magog.
Gomer Powell was black or white?
White.
And McDonald. He said McDonald?
And Magog,
Oh, Magog. See that? White people told they come from Caucasus Mountain in Russia. Magog. That's where they tell you they come from. Their father is Magog. Please put it. Folks, can we look this up so I don't be lying? Y'all mind if we look this up or we want to take my voice? I know I'm a pretty good guy. But listen, you don't offend me because you said look it up. This is so you can leave with a fact. Nobody else's mouth anymore. Let's see what's fact. Can we see Magog help us out? He said that's one of the sons of Yaphat.
That's right.
Barbarians. And the cracker said this with me. Northern region. This is his book. He put this in him. He said in his book that Magog is nothing but a damn barbarian from a northern region. Can we look up where Magog at? Can y'all find out where this region at? That way he told you Santa Claus come from. Sorry ass, should have been changed his clothes.
That's right.
All the LA fitness, 24-hour fitness, deal huffing, puffing, trying to drag it. If I was out, throw him out and drag him across the ground. They ought to slam on break one time and throw him out of there. I need some moose to carry a little fat ass. They make a fool out of you. How many reindeers got in the way? Trying to tie him into 12 apostles.
Come on, preacher. There you go. There you go.
Rudolph will be his chief one.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And they always got something. Yeah. White folks mess you up every day.
Every time.
Everything they do, they tie you. You don't even realize white folks imitate, mess you up. You don't even know why he put them clothes on. Because the book asked you who did they came down from. Died, red gone. And one want to know why was he red in his apparel. Wow. He gave you Santa Claus.
That's right.
He was talking about Asu. They told you Esau. There's no writing about nobody named Esau.
That's
none. Right. The man's name is Asu. That's his name, Asu. There's no place called Edom. The man's name is Adam.
Come on.
The man is similar to Adam. That's why his name Asu. And the area he came from was not Edom, it was Adam.
Come on.
Because he had the same characteristic. He was a red man. That's Adam right. Came from the mud.
That's right.
Not only that, he gave him his birthright before a morsel of bread. That's for right. Food.
Yes, sir.
That's why his region would be named after him.
That's right.
White folk got around talking about eating. White folk making food. The E is that. Look, when you start dealing with certain levels like the E and the I, you start dealing with the Greek. You start dealing with the Yiddish. You start with the fake Jewish people, and you start dealing with the Romans.
Come on.
Anytime you see the I, Israel, no set place in Israel. It's a Y. It's Yasharal.
Come on.
White people teach you that because it's going back to the Greek, back to the Jewish. What we got? Oh, he put a Edom. Did y'all hear me? I asked him where was Magog at, didn't I? Well, Edom, the elder twin. Goodness, we all over the place. Meaning red. So he put Edom, he put the I here because this is what they use. The I, here we go. This is Latin. Got it? Mm-hmm. This is not the name. This is going in. The E is the Greek. So you got two definitions working here. You got the Greek when you see the E. You got the Yiddish, you see the Latin. The Latin uses the I. When we look at it, we're going to look at the 1611 version and we're going to see if we can find Jesus. Let's see, can we find this stuff? So this is two people working you. Lexicon is only telling you the reason you're using lexicon because lexicon is going to deal with linguistics, language. That's what they're doing. They're going back saying, this is what we would call it. This is not the fun experiment. This is the Greek playing with you. Okay? Now this may say it will be an A. It will be a, this will be an A. This will be an A, and this will be an M, not a W. Y'all got it? Adam. That's what it actually named the area. Adam. Okay? Same thing. Red man. That's a red man. Y'all got it? Adam was a red man. So was Daud. He was a red man. So was Yahusha. He was a red man. Right. You trace their genealogy, you'll know that all of them were red men. Oh, don't worry about it. What we got? So I told you, look up. I want to find out where is Magog. We couldn't find Magog. Oh, we're going to get 1611 too. So I want to look up Jesus so people can see Jesus for themselves. If it's in that, then I got to take it. And I don't even believe in it. And I'm going to show you they don't believe in it. Everything you got, listen, none of the stuff you got, the Greeks and the Romans never called their gods by it. That's dangerous. How many people y'all know done died with Jesus Christ? Good, honest people. People that serve and believe. And you know what? One move from that book told you, the Bible wrong, I'm just going to be wrong. You know how dumb that statement is? The only you're supposed to be trying to get saved is to get right. It don't make sense to make a statement, if I'm wrong, then I just die wrong. No, if I'm wrong, I'm allowed to get right. It makes no sense to say I want to be saved, but I'll die wrong. That's an ignorant connotation. That's why when I come in and say, if I'm wrong, then I just got to die wrong. That would make me an idiot. If I'm wrong, I need to get right. I got to get right. If I say I want to be saved. Man, spared our life. Joseph recounted the tradition that Gog and Magog were locked up by Alexander the Great, behind Iron Gates and the Caspian Mountain. Caspian Sea is one of the rivers, Nahar, that runs out from Adon, that you call Eden. It's not Eden, it's Adon. Adon. That's the name of the region. It made no sense. What's the purpose to tell you that his name was Adam and he was in Eden? When you read this is the part you got to pay attention to. This is what you got to pay attention to. Just show you how people play you. After the flood, he told you the name of the three beings. Every one of them named the regions after their sons. Adam was the Ben, son of Elohim. Why wouldn't the garden be named after him? And it was. It was Adon. Adam was the man in the garden. The garden was Adon. It makes sense. They named the lands after their Abbas. After the Abbas named it after the Benin, the sons. They got us off. Told you his name was Adam. He was in Eden. Then you let these people say, you start saying come from the Garden of Eden. Where exactly is this place? The Caspian Sea also connects out. This is one of the regions that runs out. Which when you do the Caspian Sea, guess who's on the Caspian Sea? You're going to find Afghanistan. You're going to find Russia. All these people on here, and you don't believe it. That's why they fight in the Caspian Sea. Because he told you that when all these Nahar, which is the word for river, underground stream, all of these streams that ran out, they carry precious minerals. So all these crackers are fighting over this water because it carried precious minerals that came out from Adon. Let me say, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me stop all this line. Can we find out the Caspian Sea, did it connect, and what was the name of that river that came out of Adon? Let's see. Let me read this right quick. First way I looked that up. Let me get a little bit more of this. I know this time, but see, I just want you to show you how much you need to know and look at how ill-equipped you are, and you thinking you smart. We're dumb. White people know you guys at a disadvantage. We're only dumb by that step because you hid information. We're not dumb because we saw information and we ignored it. We knew information and we disregarded it. You hid it from us. So I'm not impressed by no genius cracker. The smartest cracker they got dumber than me. That's right. Let's see, generally identified with the Caucasus Mountains. See this? Caspian Mountain, generally identified with the Caucasus Mountain. This legend, you know, anytime something a legend, that's another lie. Must have been. Legend go right along with myth. Mm-hmm. Don't let these folk fool you. Somebody, he's a legend. By whose state? By whose account? Must have been carried in contemporary Jewish circles by this period, coinciding with the beginning of the how I pronounce the word? Shitty era.
That's right.
Christian era. Gog and Magog. Now we talk about the Caspian Sea. Let's see what first. Find me what countries surround the Caspian Sea. Oh, we'll find. Okay, God. I'll do good. If I'll bet that doing it, y'all gonna see. I gotta use Google. I gotta get the Google good. It'll pick up. I've been on that DuckDuckGo. It's a lot of stuff I can't find. I start putting them letters on that looking for DuckDuckGo to find that thing like crack, 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 crack. That DuckDuckGo, I was like, go to Google. It'll be spelled around. Google be like, oh, you man. I'll be like, I was gonna spell it Google, but since you gotta go ahead on, man, I don't let Google know it's smart. Man, like, just go ahead since you move so fast. See, the Caspian Sea, y'all need to know that it's the largest island body of water in the world, and accounts for 40 to 44% of the total Lacustrine waters of the world. The coastline of the Caspian are shared by Azerbaijan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, yeah. The Caspian is divided into three distinct physical regions: the north, middle, and the southern Caspian. The northern middle boundaries in the Madagascar threshold, which it runs through the Chechen Islands and Cape to Corrigan, the middle southern boundary is come back down. Whew, thing made me sweat. No. So this is going to show the regions of them. Who's over here? But Turkestan, all these places, for a lot of y'all don't know, anytime you see these stands, these are all areas that Russia actually invaded.
That's right.
Y'all need to know that. That's Afghanistan. Y'all don't see, this is what people don't know. Why this important for you to know? Afghanistan also is over here and one that bounds off the Caspian Sea. Mm-hmm. You think that these crackers went to Afghanistan because they were trying to kill terrorists. They went there because that's the largest body of water. Russia tried to take it back from them and they lost. America is there not because of terrorism, they're there because they want that water and because Afghanistan harbors they have over 1,400 precious minerals. There's almost no place on their rocks that has more minerals than Afghanistan. That's why those crackers are there. They told you they fighting Taliban, fighting terrorists. They're there because they want that major region of the Caspian Sea. They've invaded it before. They're going back again. Anytime you see the stands there, Pakistan, Russia has tried to invade those places because of what they have. That's why they're trying to go into North Korea. Pull up and show them how many minerals North Korea got. Go find any place where white folk that invade ain't got nothing. They for peace. They for equality, they for white folk, they for people having freedom. Show me a country they invade ain't had nothing. White people don't invade places that don't have nothing. They invade places that got minerals. That's how white people surviving. See, most of y'all don't know. Okay. Please check behind me. White people tripped to Africa, came in because they were poor.
Yep.
White people from Spain got ships to come into Africa for gold.
That's right. That's right.
Niggas was a plus.
That's right.
They did not come for niggas.
That's right.
They came because of the gold. They knew about your region. They knew what you had. They had expectations of coming to Africa so they could get gold to try to replenish themselves. White people did just like they always do. They F up every dime they got.
Yep.
That's how they came.
That's right.
You became just as precious as the minerals that they took.
Come on.
That's why they invaded your land. That's why they don't leave. So you got a book you read. It's so important for you not to know these names. When you read, what you care about a Magog and a God? You live in Conyers, Covington, Atlanta. How close you live to Magog? When have you have a concern about God or any places? You don't. You only know reason. Boulevard Avenue, Abernathy. They give you names. These what you know. Alpharetta. None of that's in your book. So guess what? None of that stuff matters. And you don't realize all of it matters. That's why white people are there. They're not just listen, the Strait of Hormuz, you know them people fight for it? That's the largest, that's the only opening to get over through there.
That's right.
That's why Iran them fighting people, they try to come through and they capture those ships they took from, when Iran and held British ship, they're trying to take that from them.
That's right.
You're talking about regions where water meets. Where things start to change. You know nothing because they don't talk about this on your news. This is stuff you're not supposed to know. These white people are very informed. Nautical, they use all these different terminology. These are English terminology. You don't use no damn nautical.
That's right.
No English terminology. They use a latitude. They use that based off of English math. Listen, it's scary how much we don't know. You can go to school and read all these people books you want to. You'll never know enough to deal with these people. It's too much you got to be able to trace these people on. You'll get one definition wrong. I'll go back and show you. Keep running, keep tracing. So I can show you, we get to the nitty gritty, then you can start seeing how you ought to move. And your conscience show you, and they'll even show you themselves. Tell you, this is why they're invading certain areas because of what these people have. Let's see what North Korea has so we can say. Mining in North Korea. Is what? Important to what? To the economy. When y'all thought about getting money from North Korea? You think you wrote this nigga? They just told you about mine over there. It's important to the economy. North Korea is what? Let them see what that word is next to it. is naturally abundant in metals such as magnesium, zinc, tungsten, and iron with magnesite, magnesium resources of, I cannot think of this number because shit, we can't, 6 billion tons? Second largest wealth? And we need to go and get this dictator out of here because this man is killing his own people. Listen, the man is starving his people. Do y'all not know? Have y'all actually looked at what the people in North Korea look like? These people have 2 cell phones. Y'all really don't know, do you? North Koreans have 2 cell phones. Nigga barely got, nigga said, can I borrow yours? They walk around with 2. North Koreans are rich. They got the second most population, the second largest, most richest resources in the world. How would these people be starving?
Tungsten.
Economy. That's why you fight wars. That's why you invade companies and country. That's why these people take you down. Listen, they done damn near mine Africa out. Yeah. Kenya is done. They wiped these places. The Congo had one of the largest rivers, almost larger than a lot of it's like the largest river in the world. These bastards have fished this damn thing near empty. White people, listen, wherever they go, they absorb all the riches and nutrients out of it. Then they move somewhere else and change the war. That's all they keep saying. The terrorists are moving now. We got nuclear weapons here now. We got to go over here now because we absorbed all the riches, the mining, the goods out of our country. Then they move somewhere else. All they got to do is tell you the terrorists. That's all they got to use, terror. It's the war on terror, and you automatically fall for it and go. Then he changed and says you. Now he's saying you're a terrorist. You're a terrorist for your religion. Because you want to sit back and say, let me research these words and see what they actually mean. Let me look at these places and see where they actually stem from. So now I get an idea of what you're doing and what's going on around me. How important these places are to you. These are regions and places that you actually inhabited. Why do you think these white people will support the Saudis? Because the Saudis are in a place that you were in.
That's right.
When we came out of Mizraim, we stayed over in what they call Arabia.
That's right.
The Saudis didn't get there to the 1900s.
That's right.
You were there. Mount Sinai is in Arabia.
That's right.
The man said that we were going to worship him in Arabia at that mountain. But now they done told you it's a Muslim country and the Saudis inhabit it. White people will do anything and support anybody that'll keep you from knowing who you are.
That's right. That's right.
So let's do this. Let's see Sinai. And show me where Sinai at. I can tell you what they're finna tell you it's at. They're finna tell you that it's in Egypt, which is a lie. The name of the place is Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim. And Saudi Arabia is not in Mizraim. What they have done is that they sold that region. Egypt took it. So now it looks like you never left. Yeah. Yahuwah stated in the 3rd chapter of the book of Allah Shemut, they call Exodus, that after he brought you out of Mizraim, that you were going to serve him there at the foot of that mountain. If you were still in Mizraim serving him, that means you never left. That's how white people make a fool out of you. They'll make you think it's not important. This is why I'm disgusted. When you get this book, you just can't run through this book and assume something. There's too much research and data got to be pulled up before you find something and say, fact. It's true because it's in that book. Who put it there? Who defined this fact and truth? The man made statements about you and where you were going to be. These were significant locations for you. Arabia, he gave it to the Saudis.
Yeah.
Helped the Saudis invade it, gave him the oil and the riches, wrapped his head up, and now it's a Muslim country. Could have been Muslim when you came out. Their religion is only 1,700 years old. Can we see Arabia? I'm sorry, Zion, what they call it, Mount Sinai. That's Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai, and that's Arabic. Oh, what is that Romanized? Hebrew. Doesn't exist. There's no Hebrew. You cannot find Hebrew. Jabba Musa, translation, Mount Moses is the mountain in Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. That's what they pay attention now. That is a possible location of the biblical Mount Sinai. But let's see what he said, the 3rd chapter of the book of Shemut. Can we find out, you can look up what date did Egypt actually come into possession of Sinai? Shemut, chapter 3, they call it Exodus. Let's see what happened. 3 and 1. Listen to the book.
Now Moshe kept the Adah of Jethro, his Abba-in-law,
He kept the flock of his father-in-law. What happened?
the Kahan of Midian,
He said that he was a priest of Midian.
and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the heart of Elohim.
So I want you to be, now I need you to find me where's Midian. That would mean that Midian gonna have to be in Egypt, Mizraim, because he said he kept the flock and he was on the backside of it. So what happened?
Even to Horeb, and the Malachi of Yahuwah appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
What happened?
And Moshe said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt.
Yeah.
And when Yahuwah saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet. For the Malchum whereon thou standest is Kodash Adumah.
Not holy. Listen.
Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of thy Abba, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yasakak, and the Elohim of Yaakov. And Moshe hid his panim, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. And Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my arm, which are in Mizraim.
Which are where?
Which are in Mizraim.
So what?
And have heard their sayak by reason of the taskmasters.
Heard they cry by reason of those that ruled over them. What happened?
For I know their sorrows.
Now what else?
And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Mizraim.
What happened?
And to bring them up out of that land.
Bring them where?
Up out of that land.
Up and out of that land?
Unto a tube land.
Unto a better land, a good land.
And a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey.
Listen.
Unto the Malchum of the Canaanites.
Unto the place of the Canaanites.
And the Hittites.
And the Hittites.
And the Amorites. And the Perizzites. And the Hivites. And the Jebusites.
What happened?
Now therefore, behold, the sayak of the banim of Yasharal is come unto me. And I have also seen the oppression wherewith Mizraim oppressed them.
Yes.
Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my arm, the banim of Yasharal, out of Mizraim.
Why you keep saying out? What happened?
And Moshe said unto Elohim, Who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, that I should bring forth the banim of Yasharal out of Mizraim? And he said, Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee.
This a sign? A sign that I've sent thee. Then what happened?
When thou hast brought forth the arm out of Mizraim.
When you bring them out can't be in.
That's right.
After you brought them out, what's going to happen?
Ye shall serve Elohim upon this har.
You're going to serve him where?
Upon this har.
Does it make sense that Sinai will be in Mizraim if he was going to bring them out and they were going to serve him now, that meant they were still in Mizraim. He can't be that stupid.
That's right.
Nobody can be that stupid and not be a supreme ruler. I'm going to bring them out and they're going to serve me in Mizraim? White people will give you this because the average person won't think and look to see when did Mizraim, that they call Egypt, actually come in possession of Mount Sinai. Why would they want to possess that area? To make you think you never left. It's to keep you from geologically knowing where you come from or where you went. The man said that you were going to serve him. Can we find out where Mount Sinai actually was located at? Did we find out when they came in possession of it? Not yet. They're looking. I want to know these things. Don't you want to know? Because it don't make sense to keep saying up and out. After you made this, and this going to be a sign that I'm going to serve him now in Mizraim? Don't make sense. I was out. Because it's not in the region that they told you. That's how important it is when we sat down and we look this book over, that we go back over what he's called facts. White people are lazy. They give you stuff and they'll just compile a bunch of extra little fillers in it, and they know you'll get tired, you'll frustrate out and just say, you know what, I just got to just trust the Lord. You keep going right back into the degradation that you're supposed to have been delivered out of, just like our forefathers. They kept wanting to go back to Egypt, Mizraim. Why? Because it's easier. It's easier to let somebody else dictate and orate or control what you believe and what you do. Get up, low down, come in, you off tomorrow. It's easier for somebody else to do it for you to make that decision. Our people have become lazy with this captivity. We don't even care to want to know. What's the importance of it? None of us know where we're going anyway. If I actually believe that, I wouldn't be here. If nobody knows, what's the purpose? Then everybody just pissing in the wind. But if we're going to take something and say it's fact, let's trace down statements. We started with Shaul's statement. He said he told the truth. Well, I never talked to him. That's his statement. Then I need to check on what he's saying and see if it's verbatim. Does it line up with other writings I got? Is the behavior consistent?
That's right.
He's making statement. Why won't I check the statements?
That's right.
That's how you make sure whether it's conclusive or not. I know y'all tired. I know it's a lot. But you gonna die. Are you willing to take a chance with something you just gonna guess on and what your grandmama and your granddaddy died with? Are you willing to be more studious and wind up being wiser than them and sit down and let's just see if it's right or not? You got everything on the line. If you're wrong and you die, you won't get another chance. You can't afford to sit around and let somebody just tell you something anymore. You got to search and see if it's fact or not. What do we have up here? Sinai Peninsula. The Gulf of Susa. How do you pronounce Susa? Gulf of Arabia. Is that what that is? Midian. This is Midian. So I'm trying to figure out, y'all see Egypt? Lower. And the man told you lower here and upper is down here. Mm-hmm. And the only way this would make sense is if the man flipped the damn map upside down. There's no way lower is upper. Lower is just like it is, it's down. White people gave you a map and told you what was upper was down and what lower was up. The only way it's going to make sense is if you flip the map. Oh, goodness. Now, this is Sinai. This is Midian. Y'all see this? Mizraim is all the way over here. Right. Now, what you just saw on the map, it just told you that this was in Mizraim. What's the purpose of sitting around and telling you these lies? Right. It's to keep you from getting back. Because if all your information is distorted, there's no way you can get back. How you going to get to this place called salvation if all your information is distorted? That means we got to get a clear depiction of what we're doing. This shows everything a lot different than what we just saw. It just told us that this was here. But the man clearly said I was going to bring you out of there. I'm going to bring you to a larger land. Flowing. You see this? Anytime you have rivers flowing, then it's going to feed things you have here. In the first chapter of the book of Tahalim, it calls Psalm. He told you that he should be like a tree planted by the rivers that bring forth his fruit when? You know why? Because it's going to be flowing. Everywhere he put us at, key parts you need to know that white people move you from. There's always been a port.
Right.
You can't have a rich land and no water.
Right.
There has to be rivers, there has to be ports. That's the only way it can be a rich land. Everywhere that white people came and took from you, go look at when the Chinese now have gone into Africa. Every place they'll build up in South America, you know what they're building? Ports.
Yes, sir.
They're owning 80% of the ports they're putting in all these South American countries with your black face. They're putting roads over in what they call Africa. And everywhere they're putting them in, they're going in, leads to ports. So these white people, Chinese people doing the same thing that white people done. They're finna export all your goods out.
Yep.
Nothing's going to be imported but their asses.
Yep.
They're going to export all your goods out and they're going back into their land. Chinese have eaten and destroyed all of their resources. Yep. Just like white people, they squandered up everything they got. Just like the Russians, the Germans. Listen, they are about to be in so much chaos. Angela Merkel's ass is shaking like a leaf with wind blowing. She's finna come out of office and they have nobody to succeed her. Germany is finna be in a shithole. The United Nations right now is in total chaos. They're not gonna tell you that though. They're not gonna tell you that. They're in chaos right now. These people are all looking at the same thing, survival. And all their survival come in with you, drawing blood from you, getting organs from you, and abstracting all your resources from your lands. I don't know how many times to keep telling y'all people this. We have to become proactive toward our preservation, which means we got to start looking at protecting our lands, protecting our health by researching and instructing ourselves through our own information. What you call an education system and what you get academics, all theoretics. Look at academic. Let's look at Google. This is all Greek. Everything that you gone by and you grabbed yourself by and said smart, that's been according to white people.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I say you dumb as hell.
That's right.
You know all that stuff in theory. It's not actual truth.
That's right.
It's bad. A lot of stuff that we push for and we angle at and we put a lot of effort. Listen, they messed us up, people. It's just so much. It's so much. At what point do our people sit around and we start saying, let's do something different? Aren't you tired of being behind the 8 ball? Aren't you tired of being the person always deemed wrong, begging? Anything go wrong in this election, if a Republican can get elected, it's your ass.
Yep.
Because you ain't come to the polls. Democrat get a rat in here, it's your ass. Want somebody always looking for a handout. Well, white people ain't to blame. These your candidate.
That's right. That's right.
How you blame they tired white ass on us?
That's right.
Can't win with them. Now, curious about their definition for academics. If I'm correct, I think it's Greek. Y'all gonna pull it up for me? Y'all looking for something? Oh, technical difficulty. And we'll get it. I just want to say, I don't doubt it. And listen, you don't find many places to sit down and let people go over this stuff and look this stuff up. You got an English reading book and you won't go look up none of the English words. You're going to read an English word then highlight it spiritual. It can't be spirit. It came from spiritless people.
That's right.
Spiritless people wrote your book and gave it back to you. You think there's some routes in here to help you get away? Hell, first thing you do, you run away and you're going to go worship God is when you're at back to Egypt.
Yeah.
The man clearly told you not to go back to Mizraim.
That's right.
But Dave, he said I was going to worship him now. So common sense, Dave, where's Mount Sinai located? Egypt. It makes sense. Y'all, this is sad. Do y'all know how many black groups have gone back to Mizraim?
Yeah.
Because they're thinking they're following the pathway, not knowing they're supposed to be in Arabia. They don't even worry about the mountain. They just go straight to the pyramids. That's how dangerous it is to let people sit around and just give you a book. That means they mastermind this before they gave it to you. Enough they realized they knew they weren't going to stop you from reading. What you going to do with a dumb nigga out and they can't read? You got to educate him. Because you need him to perform certain functionality. So you need him to write. When Mexicans first came here, could they speak English?
Nope.
Shit, speak it better than you now.
Yep.
Now they hire you, they needed them. They realize in order to get you to do it, I got to teach you how to speak English. I got to make it part of your language. So I can use you for more things. I mean, when I threw it, I'm on your ass.
Yep.
I'm going to get ready to let y'all go. I don't know. What we going to do? As a people. I'm not talking about taking up no arms and killing nobody. I'm talking about killing ignorance. I'm talking about establishing equality for our people. Hey, I'm open for any race that want a part of equality and justice and being fair. But the first thing we got to do, we got to start being fair and get justice for ourselves. Before anybody else can be a partaker of it, I just be honest with you, we have to first encompassate ourselves. Before we can run out and start talking about leave the Indians alone, leave the Mexicans alone, first thing, leave us the hell alone.
That's right. That's right.
The first person need to get it. We got to have it for ourselves. How can you want something for somebody that you don't have for yourself? We don't have unity. We're not together. We don't have any. What's your natural resource here in America? Rap. Crack. Natural resource for the nigga. We have nothing. Don't y'all know when 4 white folks came here that there were diamonds, there were golds in the water, in the rivers, in the mountains? White people came here and mined out everything. When we were here, we were one with the land. Take what you need, not what you want. White people came, took what they need, took what we needed, took what everybody needed, took what everything they want, took what we damn wanted. They strip a land when they come through. Y'all who all told us about people that were going to come through, that when they came through, it was going to be a wilderness, and when they leave, it was going to be a desert.
That's right.
He told us about these crackers before they got there.
That's right.
That they were going to destroy everything, all the vegetation when they come through. But we didn't listen. Now we sitting around, we victims to these people. Book tried to tell us though. He tried to warn us about the people when they come through. We didn't listen. He tried to tell us about the cankerworm.
That's right.
He tried to tell us about the destroying caterpillar.
That's right.
He tried to tell us about the locusts. He told us every time one get finished, pick me up right quick. Y'all who all 1 and 1. I try to let y'all go. Learning. I said a teacher, scholar in college or institutional higher education. It go down to origin. Let me see origin. Origin's from French. Here we go right now. I know it's evil. Anything these folk got evil in it. Then also college scholarly from the Latin academia. What's that? Academicus. Or the classical. There they go again. Classical Athenian Academy. On the academy. What's that? Academia. Name of the place. Well, Plato taught. Oh, Plato. Plato, student of Aristotle. Socrates, then Aristotle. All these people here, y'all want to know about these people, right? They taught philosophy. They were big on philosophy. People don't know that actually academics actually goes along with philosophy.
That's right.
How many of y'all didn't know that?
That's right.
Look it up and see. Let's look up and see if I'm just making this up. Most of y'all ain't heard these names like that. Aristotle, Socrates. All these people, they were students. Plato, they were students of these people. All they did just kept had the same stigma down. They believed in philosophy that you shouldn't have emotions. So you didn't realize that the people that came and that killed and took you out from the region were actually people that believe in philosophy. And with philosophy, they believe a philosopher shouldn't have emotions.
That's right.
They should restrain and be able to control and hold their emotion. That's how white people could take you and break and kill and hang you through philosophy.
That's right.
You know, Shaul said, beware lest they spoil you.
Philosophy.
What was your natural thinking of the word spoil? He said plunder. What was your rotten, stink, spoil? He was talking about plunder.
That's right.
Why the white man use the word spoil instead of telling me unless they take everything from you? That's how they took from you, through philosophy.
That's right.
Your book tells you that. Let's look at philosophy. I'm gonna get rid of that. I just want y'all to just see. People make a fool out of you. You see these names, you need to know about these people. Philosophy, 1300s. Knowledge, body of knowledge from the old French. Philosophy, knowledge, modern French philosophy, and directly from the Latin philosopher, and from the Greek philosopher as well. Love of knowledge, pursuit of wisdom, systematic investigation. From what's that? Philo, philo, loving, philosopher, knowledge, wisdom from. This is a lot of stuff. Weird, wise, learn, of, unknown, origin, meaning, system, person, form, for conduct of life, is attested from the 1771. Kukan, what in the world is that? Kukakum? Is that what it is? Quick-a-cum? Somewhere right here. My eyes. Is that exit or E? EST stand for what? Establish? What is that? Establish? Okay. Philosophia. Interpretary. Violence. Proeter. What is that? Stadium. We all over the place. What's the problem? Okay, let's go. Ooh, academic. Okay, philosophy. Y'all put me out the other day. Y'all put up all my little read skill. I tried to get back to 5th grade. I just got stuck. I'm like, it's the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. A particular system of philosophical thoughts. That's all you're dealing when you deal with academic. People don't realize that's all you've been doing, philosophical thoughts. It's the study of the theoretical basis of a particular branch of knowledge or experience. So now you've been sitting around studying this, the philosophy of science. So you start dealing, you know what Shaul told you about science? Told you to avoid it. Because it's all dealt off of theoretical or theoretics. That's how important when you sit down and look at stuff. And the only reason why we look at this, because what hurts our people is we'll take some things for true that we don't actually know to be true for us. It's true for white people. Now this is true for them because this is their study. They believe in a non-existent God that's a super being that ain't even real, who killed and destroyed and built up a heaven that don't exist. That's a real reality for white people. That's not my reality. So I can't hold that as a truth. Okay? So when I start to look at stuff like people go to school, it's amazing. Most of you that go into college had to take philosophy or some forms or literature. And their literature actually taught you about their great philosophers. The same people that Shaul ran into when he started debating the creation of Yahuwah and his establishment and his Shem, he ran into certain philosophers and Stoics. These are the same people that say here that have no emotions. And you wonder, how can white people took that black man in Jessup, Texas, tied him to the back of a car and drug him and watched his body part. You say, how could you do that? All you have to do is take philosophy. No emotions. That's what they teach their soldiers when they send them over to kill people. You teach them philosophy. All of their great generals, go and ask them who they study. They'll go through and tell they studied Napoleon, they studied other great white rulers, Alexander the Great, other people that came and murdered and slaughtered and butchered people with no emotions. That's what they'll tell you they all study. Go find any great white general, he's going to name those rulers. Because they all study philosophy. See, you need me on this wall. You need somebody to get you to know this information. Because see, you reading the book, that you don't realize you're at a disadvantage with this book. You don't even know enough to have this book. This cracker done set this book up and you'll sit home and home study. I get my wife and my kid, we just sit down, read some verses, pray to the Lord and everything. He just, man, information just coming. I know you're an idiot. And listen, you're not an idiot by choice, you're an idiot by force. Right. Simply because you ill-equipped. You haven't been taught to sit down and look at these people and look, this is what I look at. What is your agenda when you, like Shaul tell me, I didn't know, what is your agenda when you tell me this information? What's your actual belief? I need to know, what do you believe? What are you basing this information off of? I'll get this one. Y'all, they call it Joel. I'm going to get y'all through. They told you Joel. His name is Yahuwah. And what this is actually telling you is that Yahuwah, because you got the U. It's telling you that Yahuwah, you ain't gonna believe it, he's Elohim. That's right. What I got from Joel? Who the hell is Joe? That's right. It's funny, but who is Joe? What did you get from the name Joel? One and one, just the average old Joe. But see, white people had an agenda when he gave it to you. Think about it. All the names you heard were pretty much Indo-European names. So when you looked at white people, those names, you naturally assume they came from the Bible. They were written in the book. So you naturally just thought they were religious people like you were. They're people that dedicated to a wrong study. Don't you know that these people that come along and gave you religion and gave you these fundamentals of their gods, they didn't even have a God before they met you? None they had, because they had no basis. They came up with a hell because you had a Sheol. We had a place in the 7th chapter of the book of Jeremiah, they call Jeremiah. In the 7th chapter of the book of Jeremiah, we had a place on the outside of Jerusalem, a pit that continually burned. There we discarded trash, dead bodies of people that worship bad acts. If you were supposed, like say you was a demon worshiper, we weren't going to put him in the ground. We're going to cast him into the fire. If you found some hypothetical, there was adultery, and we caught them, we were going to cast them in the fire. You were not getting buried. So we had a place that continually burned. So the place for us was Sheol, a bottomless pit that just continued. And the reason why it continually burned, because it kept being filled between the trash, dead bodies, and animals we took out the city, we burned, getting rid of waste. Well, when the Greeks came and saw, they came up and created a hell. This is all a mythological place that the Greeks created, that they believe some demon god angel came down and dug out. Well, actually, they actually believe that one of them, they took a man and he actually constructed, I can't remember his name, and he actually constructed and made this hell. And what he did, he was afraid they were actually going to put him in it, and he also created some wings and he flew out. Now, you can believe this shit. I don't believe it. But this is just letting you know that you've gotten a lot of stuff you know nothing about, and you saying stuff, white people know you don't know what you're talking about. Yep. That's white people, they're going to ask you, are you afraid to go to Sheol? No, white people ask you about hell, because they want to make sure, you know what, the indoctrination's still working. Ain't God good? You be like, yes, he is. Go tell him, still got him. Still single, still not a thinker, still not looking at. There's no way there was no good in me when I took you and I raped you. There was no good in me when I hung you, when I cut it, and I dismembered your body parts. So there was no way I could have gave you any good. I only gave you this book as a part of psychosis to keep you in slavery. Now with the help of Mr. Yahuwah, I got to illuminate your eyes. Y'all all one and one. They call it Joel. The first Joel. The angel. Noel. That's his middle name. I asked John. I said, John, what did Noel mean? Yeah, I did. I said, well, he said, oh, he didn't get it. Part of me like that be dead. But you say you don't know what Joel mean. I mean, Noel mean. I don't either. So there are two of them. At least I found a Noel, but I just don't know what it means. All right, listen to the book.
The Debar of Yahuwah.
The word of Yahuwah.
That came to Yahuwah.
What happened?
The ben of Pathual. Hear this, ye old Anashim.
See that? Even when they stated, you said they give you the father's name so you could trace them. See, everything white people gave you, you can't trace that stuff. Go trace Jesus. You ain't going nowhere. They got a reason why they get in there. You can't go nowhere. What's the purpose of telling who his Abba was? That's going to be important. That's going to be important. We need to know who the Abba was. Listen.
And give ear, all ye inhabitants of the Beth.
Listen.
Have this been in your Yamim?
Like what?
Or even in the Yamim of your Abba?
What happened?
Tell ye your Benim.
See that he told them? It didn't happen in their time. That's why they weren't able to, they weren't knowledgeable of it. Because it never happened to their fathers. They never saw it happen to their fathers, and their fathers never seen it happen to their fathers. So you know what he told them? You tell it to your Benim. Tell it to your children. What do you want the children to know?
And let your Benim tell their Benim.
And see that? Let your children tell their children. And them do what?
And their Benim another Tuledah.
See that? Tell it to another Tuledah, another generation. Like what?
That which the palmer worm have left.
Tell them what happened.
Hath the locust eaten.
Listen.
And that which the locust have left.
What happened?
The cankerworm eaten.
Listen.
And that which the cankerworm have left.
What happened?
Have the caterpillar eaten.
Yeah.
Awake, ye drunkards, and weep and howl, all ye drinkers of wine.
Why?
Because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth.
What happened?
For a nation is come up upon my Beth.
What?
Strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a Ari.
Of a lion. And what else?
And he hath the cheek teeth of a great Ari.
Of a great lion. What happened?
He hath laid my vine waste.
See that? He stripped it. He said, I came and stripped the vine. Folk didn't realize tell him about Yahushua. What you think happened? These people stripped him down when he came. He told you he was the true vine. He was talking about the great vine. These people came on, they stripped it. They came in, they took everything off from him. And that was similar to how we learned about it was from the land. We watched how these people came and they took all the resources, everything out of the land. He told us the people gonna do it. What y'all think these people doing when they come in with the army? They first came through with their gun. They used to have a knife on the end of their gun. And it was just like the teeth of a lion. The cheek teeth. You know how his teeth are? How his cheek teeth are? How long they are, the fangs? These crackers had them on the end of their guns. Everything he tell you, it's just when they saw it. How do I tell you that in that time period? That these bastards got a bayonet on the end of their guns. How do I tell you that? Then when they sat down here, they're going to squander and they're going to suck all the resources out of the land. People sitting around looking for flying locusts. These bastards came in helicopters. What you think a helicopter looked like to a Nabar back then? He see blades flying. They look like wings. These bastards used to draw faces on the front of their helicopter. They sit and put them on the front of the bombs. So when they saw, how'd I tell you, it's a bomb? It's a helicopter? It's a Comanche helicopter? No, they locusts.
That's right.
And they got stingers on them. They'll sting them from their tail. They'll see they got guns that shoot from the back, and they will take them and they will kill people. He even told you about sin. He told you it was the sting of death. Then he told you about a locust having a sting on it. He wasn't no little locust. He was telling you about these choppers. As a Nabar, how you going to tell people about this? How you going to explain a helicopter, a chopper, a bayonet on the end of a gun? I just give you the descriptor. Now you start watching these people, you can see it for yourself. You can see now how you lost all your resources, how they get all the fish out the water. These bastards overshrimp, oversold, overtook everything out of the water. Part of it is to take up, well, part of you got most of them eat shrimp. So now when you take the shrimp out, you got animals that wouldn't normally go out and attack one another. Now they're attacking because once you take some out of the food chain, some got a substitute. Why you think niggas killing niggas?
Come on,
they done took stuff out there, took resources out of our food chain.
Right.
So now it's natural. I got to turn on you. I got to turn on you. I got to fight you. You got to fight me.
That's right.
They practice on animals before they do it to us. All your medication pills, he use it on a rat before he give it to you. How the hell you gonna use a rat to try to describe a man?
That's right. Bringing clarity, preacher.
Every pill he got, everything you buy at the store, he used it on a rat before he gave it to you. Then you wonder why you was in project, he gave your ass government cheese, because you a rat. Now somebody got to come along and inform our people better. We got to reestablish. We got to reassess everything we've been getting. I'm trying to get these people to get on some natural stuff. Hell, they want to stay with the medication and die out on these people. Everything you got, they're going to take your kidney. Everything you do, he do the same thing. That's why he got surgeon, put on masks and go inside rooms you can't go in, because he followed the same ritual you had. You had room we went in. What you think a Kohan was? They call a priest. He's a surgeon.
Yeah.
How does he know how to cut and how to serve an animal?
That's right.
How does he know how to take the hind quarter and take the kidneys and the liver out if he's not a surgeon?
Yes, sir.
How can he do it if he's not surgically skilled?
Yes, sir.
You go to the hospital, they take you in the room, the man put the same thing. He covers his head.
Yeah.
He puts on a gown and drape it, and he puts on a girdle. He's having to tie it in the back.
Yes, sir.
He goes in one night, he lays you right on an altar. He told you it's a damn operating table.
Yep.
That's an altar.
That's right. Making it plain, preacher.
They ain't got no damn better sense. You know what he do when he let it do? He do the same thing we were told. He let the blood run down from the altar.
That's right.
He lets the blood run down on the altar. That was the same thing we were told to do. You have no idea the people that sit around playing with you, this man making homage to his God. He makes homage to his God. These people not skilled enough to work on her. He done already told you what he gave up. He said, I gave you the leaves for medicine.
That's right.
I gave you the fruit, the pottery for food. I gave you the leaves for medicine.
That's right.
Gave you no damn pill.
That's right.
You got that for them. We don't know nothing about no pill. That shit for sleeping beauty.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Man, I told you everything I gave for the healing of the nation.
Yes, sir.
He was trying to heal their people.
Yes, sir.
Sat here and stuck us up and messed us up.
Messed us up.
We ain't got no better to say. Y'all will sit around and fight me to death, won't you? Think they done got something.
Right.
They gonna mess me up. I sow and skill. Hey, chapter book of Kazon. I got to move right quick. Let me just jump on there right quick. It won't take that long. 81, the book of Kazon. They call it Revelation. The actual name is called Kazun. And Kazun, Revelation 5 and 5. Listen to the book.
And when he had opened the seventh seal,
You said when he opened the seventh seal?
yes, sir,
What happened?
there was silence in Shamayim
And what happened?
about the space of half an hour.
Uh-huh.
And I saw 7 Malachi, which stood before Elohim, and to them were given 7 shofar. And another Malachi came and stood at the altar, having a golden
You
censer.
say he stood where?
Stood at the altar,
What happened?
having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense,
What happened?
that he should offer it with palal of all kodash upon the golden altar, which was before the throne.
Oh,
And the smoke of the incense,
you said it what now?
the smoke of the incense,
Because you know it'll get in your lung and cause cancer.
the smoke of the incense,
Did what?
which came with the palal of the kodash,
What happened?
ascended up before Elohim, out of the Malachi's hand. Yes,
I
sir.
guess Elohim called counsel. And got in there alone. Malachi sitting out, smoke out of their hand, going up and Elohim knows. He probably got counsel.
Not at all.
According to these people definition of stuff. And where people get a lot of this stuff from. For everything we had, it made us seven established.
That's
it.
right.
What y'all think they were doing? They were burning this stuff on the altar.
That's right.
How would they? What would the purpose of them burning this on the altar? Where would this smoke going? I said, where would this smoke go? They were burning these meats.
That's right.
They were burning oils and incense.
That's right.
They were burning plants.
Yes, sir.
What y'all think? Cumin and all that. These are plants.
Herbs. Yes, sir.
They were burning plants.
Yes, sir.
They were putting off odors.
That's right.
The Kohan sitting there, he burning incense.
Yes, sir.
Must be the spirit. Y'all listen to these people out here, man. These folks will mess y'all up.
That's right.
Let me say this up front. I don't condone getting high. I don't believe in it.
That's right.
Everything we got is sober.
That's right.
Now, hemp ain't no marijuana.
That's right.
Hemp is a plant.
That's right.
It's a plant. It's a flower. You don't get high. Say be relaxed.
That's right. That's right.
Blood pressure down.
Yes, sir.
Hitting around, cut my peel in hair.
That's right.
I'm about to get over that 2 minute set drive. When I hit that 3 minutes, y'all know about, I'm gonna write a book about it. 30 minutes, I'm gonna send that girl to the hospital. Get him. Get him. You gonna have to get him. Isn't that right? You know what it does? It's the relaxation. See what we had. Let me tell you what happened. When you read in the 28th chapter of the book of Allah Hadabarin, they call Deuteronomy, that when he told it that we weren't gonna find no ease when we came here, all worked against us, showing you how rest killed us, not having rest.
That's right.
In the 28th chapter of the book of Allah Hadabarin, they call Deuteronomy, you can look at 64. Pick it up right quick so they can hear it. You'll see how it actually worked to kill it, and white people kept the same practice. Let me see what happened. That's how hemp work for you. Listen, now there are medical marijuana. I'll be clear on this. There are people that can benefit from, hear me well, medical marijuana. You're talking about prescribed and medicated and regulated. Y'all hear me? I ain't talking about no shit you done went and picked up from Willie Nut Lump on the street. I ain't talking about no stuff. This stuff synthetic. This stuff will kill you on this street. I don't endorse. I don't endorse no forms of getting high, getting drunk. Everybody think I don't go along with it. We're supposed to be of a sober mind. That's right. You can't do nothing drunk and you can't do nothing high. Y'all got me? Sober minded. Yes, but there are people that can benefit from medical marijuana, prescribed and directed, regulated. Right. Not no get it and smoke till you feel good. Marijuana can be very harmful. Yeah. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be very harmful and kill brain cells. You gotta know what you're doing. So make sure I'm clear on that. And if I teach against marijuana, I'm gonna teach against the Cinepril, amlodipine. I'm definitely gonna preach against these diabetic needles. Yep. So don't hypocrite in here now. That's right. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you for every pill you got now. Because every pill you take is synthetic. And I know what you're doing is against Elohim. So when he said I gave now, I got booked. I'm teaching now.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Now the man said I gave you the leaf. Yes, marijuana's a leaf.
Yes, sir.
Hemp is a leaf, is a flower. I don't want no marijuana around here. I don't smoke marijuana. I'm not in condoning I smoke marijuana. But if you're medicated by a doctor, physician, someone that's skilled, who knows what they're doing and know how to regulate it, you get it. I ain't got no fight with you. That's right. If I do, I'm going to preach against Percocet too. Yep. I'm going to have to. Yep. Shit, motherfucker, Rush little boy ass got messed up from Percocet. More these folks messed up on Percocet, messed up on morphine. I got to preach against all of you. Get a gunshot, say, lay your ass right there and stake it. Only you can get out of pain because it's got to take your mind somewhere else. It take you out of what's normal, what's natural. That's right. Yeah, oxycodone, I'm going to preach against all of it. And you can't take no Tylenol or no Motrin. Why would you be condemning now? That's right. They ain't say you strain out of you mess around and strain out of net and swallow a camel. That's right. You gonna swallow a humpback. Isn't that right? That's real nasty. Ain't anybody done that. But the truth now, you got to be practical. When I'm saying practical, let's just be right. Now, what do these pills do? Yeah. People get high from these pills. Yep. But don't they help some people when they're regulated? Yeah. The same pill now that people on the street getting high with, Percocet, what's the other one they got? Oxycodone. People don't get high with these. People don't get addicted with them. But you can go to the doctor from a gunshot wound and they can regulate and get you, and they can get you through the pain and get you where. Is that not true? I don't know how the hell you're going to run down marijuana and make it sin. If it's regulated, if it's controlled, I got to clear it up because I know that hurt. You heard, preacher, cut it off. Cut it off. No, I didn't say that. Let me make something real clear. They'll cut live stream, I heard it up. My live stream was up. Must be the Lord. I can't cut it back on. No. So they heard that, all of a sudden everything went out there. No, they heard me. Make sure I'm clear. Regulated by a professional. Y'all hear me? Given the proper dosage. Make sure I'm clear. They found out that marijuana can also help with GI. There's a lot of things it can help with if regular. Now, hemp has 0.3 TCH. That's right. THC, say what? RSPCTE. What does that mean to me? All this is respect. So now you look at regulated dosage can be a help to you. Hemp, I don't care if you smoke 5 or 7 of them, it's still going to be 0.3. It don't go 1 is 0.3, 2 is 0.6, 3 is, it don't work like that. It's still 0.3. It's under the radar. And it got the health benefit, blood pressure, memory loss, thyroid, diabetes, sleep aid. A lot of good benefits. Not to mention, I just lay my foot back and I just relax. Listen, like weight loss. Some of y'all fat people, I'm gonna get you up. I'm gonna get you about 2 pounds. That you just lock it. I'm gonna set the whole damn thing on fire. Lock the door. You don't come out there like this right here. Come on, you little switch. We're gonna make all switches in here. I mean, listen. But then no munching, no red eyes. Benefit, heart. Listen, inflammation. I ain't sure got released today. Ain't it too? Got released. Listen, these folks been Medicaid, got nothing done. Changed the door, messing up kidney. Gave her some hemp. She had smoke. We had liquid too. Please don't go outside. Said she smoked. She took the liquid. All that died down. Gone home. They were looking to keep her about another week. Natural, all natural. No harm. Don't listen. Don't mess with no medication. Do nothing. Listen. The man told us that I gave it to you for the leaves. The leaves. He said, I gave it to you for medicine. White people just taught us how to eat fruit. They never told us that the leaves were beneficial. If the tree can produce a fruit, producing the fruit that can be eaten and sweetened, then tell me there's no benefit in the leaves? Right. Come on now. Growing up, when were we taught that about eating leaves? They were told you ain't no giraffe, you ain't no amp. Why you don't? You have some the same consistency. Y'all all come from the ground. Which means everybody benefit from nature. The leaves have a health benefit to them. White people took us, and white folk been eating leaves forever. That's right. When they came over and met up, island people, they'll know how to eat and know benefit. We got on him, we lost all that. White, listen, old people can walk and tell you, that medicine, they don't know shit. They go, they round up. Round up. They'll spray the collard green, the turnip green, trying to kill ant. You need ant. They're all the heme tillers. When I plant, I tell them we plant, don't put nothing down on it. We put some, I'm about to tell you put down a natural pesticide, I want to put down a pepper. Pepper natural, it'll keep some off. They got to eat like you got to eat. When we plant, he told us when we plant, you got to leave something for the strangers. They got to eat too. The animals got to eat just like you. So plant enough so everybody can eat and survive. That's right. White people just agree they only plant for them and how everybody else gonna survive. That's right. We've been messed up a long time. All I want to do is just get us on a path where we can just think. I don't want you to buy into something because I said it. I want you to sign and make a conscious decision. That makes the world a difference when you're conscious. You've been told, you go to school, you don't question teacher no more than you. Is that true in every aspect? But you've been told to just follow something because somebody said it. Versus, I want you to go through this information. We look at it, I tell you, check behind me. Let's look for yourself. So I don't want nobody anymore prejudicing your opinion on something and making it a fact because that's the way they see it. Let's call it fact because that's what it is. I got books saying he gave you the leaves for medicine. Hemp is a flower. That branch have leaves that come from it. The man said medicine. Hemp has so many health benefits for the body until it's ridiculous. Diabetic, don't you know blacks are the major people with diabetes, high blood pressure, glaucoma, and what the hell old people got all time, Parkinson for the shakes. Man, we get Uncle Ted to get it from looking like he dribbling a basketball. Leon told me the other day he was standing outside, he was just doing like this. Leon said he did like that one time and bought that thing, man, had that thing on the street. I said, Leon. But just that, to stay focused on what the hemp can do, though. Leon got to deal with that. I didn't see it, but I'm just going to, how many of y'all we can believe Leon? Leon pretty honest. But you think about how much, this is honest, how much medication you think they're giving him for shape? This man taking 20 pills a day. There is no way 19 of them other pills ain't counteracting something. One pill is for one thing, every other pill came in because of the illness that the first pill caused. The second pill came to fight two of the illnesses, and then you got to get 3 more pills to get what the second pill caused from trying to stop what the first pill done. It's a never-ending game of pills until you peel out of him. Now we get one natural leaf that a human can take, and it will help them. You can wash your clothes with it. Hemp. You can build stuff with it. You can make clothes with hemp. Don't you know the last thing that Yahuwah gave us with healing? Yes, sir. White people took it from and gave it this shit. Got 9 different fabrics in it.
That's right.
And that shit sticky. What are you like? Man, some of my clothes. White people. And man, there's a lot of stuff they got us and they moved us away from. Stuff he gave us was about calming and about keeping colors. Listen, some of the major colors like lavender. Don't y'all know they give you lavender smell for calming? We dress calm. Linen. Guess what linen do? Keep you cool. These crackers got us hot. So I'm so damn hot, I'm ready to, because look at how they got us. We weren't paying attention. He started dressing us. He started medicating us. He started giving us stuff and got us off. He got us these colors that throw us off. These are not colors he would have used. He gave you stuff with appealing. You'd be surprised how things will be appealing to that calming. Putting you by the ocean, guess what you do? You see the ocean when it's calm. Took your ass straight to there, put you out in the southern field somewhere. All you had to see was swamp and alligator. Swamp, alligator, mosquito. You think how they gonna help your blood pressure? Sweating like hell, slave matter, hitting you caught the back. It's going to stress your body. Now, let's see what he told you. All our hot dabarim. 28:63. They don't even realize how he got you. Let me show you something. Listen.
And it shall come to pass that as Yahuwah rejoiced over you to do you tube and to multiply you.
They call it Deuteronomy 28. He said, just like he looked over you, rejoice over you. What happened?
To do you tube.
That's 28:62 you start at?
63.
63, all right. Listen.
And to multiply you.
Yeah.
So Yahuwah will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the beth whither thou goest to possess it.
You know what you'll pluck up? Flowers, plants. You'll pluck them up too. Tell them what'll happen.
And Yahuwah shall scatter thee among all from the one end of the Arats even unto the other.
What happened?
And there thou shalt serve other Elohim, which neither thou nor thy Abba have known.
You tell, so Abraham didn't know God and Jesus and the Lord. So all the stuff you're doing, the book bearing record to it. That's right. You don't came in here, you don't talk about you serving the same God. These men knew nothing about no God. It don't exist. That's a Christian terminology. It's myth. Jesus and God are myth. They don't know. He telling you you're serving stuff that they know nothing about. White people always leave a place, they leave Christianity. That's their footprint. To show now that I defeated you forever. Because when I leave, you still listen. I turn my back on him. He ain't gonna do nothing. You know what that bull say? I slap shit out of him. Give me the other one. I got it, good boy. You gonna make it to heaven. That boy gotta go to heaven. Look how he love the Lord. Shit he let me do to him. Now he can't do it to me. And you don't like the way I treat you, right? Pray for me. When I pray for him? But I'm a God, I'm saved, I'm right. Why don't I pray for him? Why do I need him to pray for me? Because it's part of sitting here and demonizing. It's part of putting him down and keeping him subject to. Ain't nobody never taught us nothing to keep us conscious. What kind of foolishness is it that you praying for somebody doing you wrong and they not praying for what they doing? Where's your conviction about what you doing? Woman get raped, she prayed for the man that victimized. Why the hell did he pray for he raped her?
That's right.
He won't forgive him when he get caught, when he gets sentenced. We the only people do that. White people never had that conversation. Go tell a white person victimized by a black person to pray and put it in God's hand. See what they do with you. Dylan Roof put it in God's hand. When he walked in that church and he shot them black people down, he told them, he said, I figured I'd be free to be a race war. He said, I seen him. He said he kind of felt sorry for you. Said you wouldn't even get up and run. He said, I thought they would at least try to escape. He said, they got under the table. I just started shooting them. The man described, he said, I was looking at them. He said, I thought they would try to run and get out. He said, but they didn't. They just got under the table. He just kept unloading them and shooting them. So he thought he wouldn't go to jail. He said, I figured I'd be a race war, then they'll just go ahead and free me. Never even used the word say, you know, when I think about it, that was a bad idea. It happened in a moment I didn't even think. The man premeditated, thought on it, rolled by the church and watched them, came in, listen, heard them read scripture. Watched them, invited me in, and let us all just pray right now. The cracker eye were open and watching them praying. He started low. We'll show you, your God ain't his God.
Right. Right.
That's why he could do it. What is a nigga in a nigga church? You trying to emulate somebody that don't even respect you. You ain't on no same grade level with no white people.
That's right.
And what they believe. Get out of your mind. Well, I got you, Holy. I don't know what I'm going to do with y'all.
Verse 64.
Listen, verse 64.
Even wood and a bond, and among these nations
What are we going to find?
shalt thou find no ease,
No rest. What else happened?
neither shall the soul of thy regal have rest.
All right, they got bad feet now. They doing it. They keep you moving. They keep you hopping, keep you jumping. What you think going to happen to your blood pressure? What you think going to happen to your body? See, white people put you in, they looked at your book and saw how to beat you and how to defeat you. All I got to do is keep you from getting rest. The whole purpose of Yahuwah bringing us out, our whole cry in Mizraim, you know what it was about? We wanted rest. The whole crowd when we weren't getting a break. They worked the shit out of us. We were tired. He saw her, they crime will bring him out, so he brought us out. He started putting us somewhere. Guess what? All of these plants grow natural. If you just follow my instruction and eat these vegetables and follow this food, he gave him a food plan. These foods you eat are going to be nutrition. If you get sick, the same food you eat from, if you take the lead, it's going to be the medicine.
That's right.
So you're getting benefiting from both ends.
That's right.
And I brought you in a place where you could rest. In Mizraim, we walk like hell to go get water.
Right.
He said, hills and valleys. He said, come to you.
Yes, sir.
You know how stressed you are carrying water on your back for long periods of distance? Then by the time you get it, why you want shit flopping, water flopping, you got to go back, get some more back. You're stressed.
Yeah.
Your body's stressed, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're getting beat, getting yelled at. It's going to deal with your pressure. It's going to, all it is this. The more you put on the person, it's going to be what's going to break first.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to wind up in your sight, whether it's going to wind up with your blood pressure, whether it's going to wind up with diabetes, with the blood flow. Because think about the feet. The feet getting no rest. This is what people don't know. The heart, this muscle that does this, okay? Hardest place for it to get blood to flow from is your feet. Hardest place. Hardest place. Pushing it down ain't no problem. Problem the heart got is getting it back up. So these crackers kept you on your feet, then guess what happened? This is going to break you down. Amputation going to come in, you're going to lose your foot. I ain't mad at you. We ain't know. We didn't know. So you've been reading this book from a standpoint of what? I mean, I couldn't imagine sitting down somewhere and somebody give a start talking about Jesus weeping. Who is Jesus? Why are we talking? Why you ain't crying? The same man you said told you to weep for yourself.
That's right.
The same man said weep for yourself. You don't have enough empathy to even care about yourself, your benefit, your welfare. That you'll let somebody just run up anybody. I wouldn't go through on YouTube and say I just listen to nobody. I don't even do it. I'm too afraid. People are dangerous. Don't you know this is a conspiracy? The only way this book could work, there has to be a major conglomerate of people that all coincide and work together to sell me some shit like that. I ain't get on my own. I ain't wake up no one morning that was no Jesus.
That's right.
I got it from a conglomerate of people that put this together. Biggest selling book still on the market today is the Bible. They'll give it to you in prison. If it worked, why those people still being incarcerated? Why those people aren't being let go? Because they're going to teach them how to submit to their captivity. They don't teach them about no betterment. They don't teach you how to get in no prison. They don't teach you how to get career-oriented minded to get your own business. Sell you some hokey pokey every now and then, some break the stigma, get away and catch on to it. The rest of them, hell, you'll be back. That's how the system make money. I'm trying to come along and get our people into a system that break us away and you don't come back to it. Whether it's prison, adultery, diabetes, whether it's fornication, whatever it is, I'm trying to teach you a system so you can break away and you can start to provide for yourself. That's what they taught us, how to provide, stand for yourself.
That's right.
Every time you take on these different disorders, don't you know you're being led into it? Kyle didn't go and eat that on her own. She was led. She was seduced into it. White people play you on your lust. Come on, I got to inform my people.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm here. Listen what else he said happen.
But Yahuwah shall give thee there
Oh, what?
a trembling lob.
So you going to give it to me there? I must couldn't get it where I was. Why he going to give it me? Why he said I'm going to get it there? Why my heart, tell me how my heart going to start hurting when I get up? Why it ain't hurt where I'm at?
Right.
Because you know he realized it ain't going to work where you at.
That's right.
The food too rich. You got too many medicine. The only way to do them do to you, I got to put you somewhere where you can't get it, Karen.
Right.
It can't work there.
That's right.
Everything he had to do that day, he had to get us out.
That's right.
He had to burn it down because I had too many resources. And the cracker realized that. I got to destroy where you at in order to destroy you.
Yeah.
I'm listening to what the man said. Why he say gonna get? I know he can do whatever because it's not going to work there. There are leads, Leon, that you can take if your heart is having problems. There are leads you can take, Leon, if you have problems with your foot and creams you can put on, Leon. There are leads you can take, Leon, if your eyes start to fail so you can get your sight back, Leon. Now, if I take your ass from here and put you over here where ain't none of that stuff at, Leon, that's where you going to get it at. It ain't hard. All y'all do is listen to what he said. Why he said and there? Why you didn't get one before you got there? Because there's no sickness or ailment that come up on you that don't come up on everybody else. But he purposely put you somewhere where you will be enriched with some things that you can cure it. Y'all know it's illegal to say you can cure something in America. That's criminal. How many of y'all didn't know that? That's criminal. They will arrest you for saying you can cure something. There's no doctor. You go to your doctor and say, Doc, can you cure it? He said, we'll treat it. That man not finna go to jail fooling with you. That one not finna go to jail. They're going to tell you, they said we treat it. They said it's treatments. Think about it. They thinking now, your doctor, they never told they can cure it. They said we'll treat it. They said there's some programs that are out there. Some really good programs I endorse. They're not going to let the word cure come out their mouth. Elohim said, I cure all your diseases. They already know who they're not. They're not Elohim. He said, I can cure all your diseases. These white people would know it. With all their lies, with all their phobia and their hype, they're not stupid enough to tell you they can cure all your diseases. Elohim can. Naturally, with products. Cosmic Yah. They call Hezekiah. He was sick. When that was? Sick unto what was it? To death. Yahuwah used fig leaves and put them on the boils. Listen, why didn't Yahuwah just raise him up? Cosmic Yah, rise up now. He was teaching them the process that if you do what I tell you, the healing is right there with you. He took fig leaves and put them on the boils. That's how he revived.
That's right. That's right.
No Oxycontin, no codeine, no Tylenol, no Advil, no Percocets, no morphine for pain. He took fig leaves and put them on his body and healed. Timotheus, Barnabas, was sick. Often infirmity. What did he use? Which come from grape, not Boone Farm. with chemicals, sugars. They took natural grapes that ferment and do what they did, and it's a medicine. It's food. He used food to heal him. Every illness, sickness we got, we heal it with food. We can heal it with the juices from it. We can use the leaves. That's how we heal with Yahushua. The purpose he set us down to give us his body, his blood, because food is medicine. The juices from the berries is medicine. Most of y'all, how many of y'all eat grapes? Good. The most beneficial part of the grape is the seed. You can't eat it. It's not the seed. It's not the grape. The seed. Why you think these crackers say y'all seed the grape? If you actually took the grape seed and grinded it up, don't swallow it. How many of y'all eat watermelon?
Yes, sir.
Watermelon seed is more beneficial and the white rind than the red meat. The watermelon seed grinded, ground up and taken is beneficial for so many health benefits to it is ridiculous. White people used to teach, I'm out a little, you know, they tell her, but don't swallow that seed. We would eat to the wine. They take, stop eating that wine. Get that to the hogs. They hog you was a hog, you ate it. We stopped eating. We would kill you, won't get no more. You get one piece of water. I want these damn kid get a watermelon this big. Eat that, go get 5 more, eat them. How you had to get one? You look, you go in the rind. You take them bottom, hitting the rind. The white of the watermelon is more beneficial than the red.
Yes, sir.
Why would you know this? This would be what you would call a benefit to you. They never told us. We were swallowing seed. You can't get a benefit. If you swallow it, all you're going to do is poop it out. If you ground the seed up, then you can get the benefit of the seed. These folks ain't taught us nothing. We didn't know. First thing we do is you run to CVS. You run to all these other pharmacy places. Your ass is number one in these lines now. That used to be white folks stuff. We used to work on cures at home. I remember I used to swell up, come on. My mom ain't getting no Vaseline. I see that commercial. I want that Vaseline so bad. She said, go there and get some warm water and some salt. We used to get salt water, warm water, and you get that thing and squeeze in your eye. Let it go, my eye be healed up. I still want that Vaseline because that damn white man did that thing once to clean it out so white in that place. I said, I need that Vaseline. Salt water. Warm salt water do it. You don't need no Vaseline. That salt water, get in there and just let it sit on there and get in there and work. I'll be right. Clear right on up. See, you get Vaseline, look how many chemicals in it. More time you miss your damn eye stuck. There you go. Now you're going to die from Vaseline poison. Nigga done drunk more. We done drunk more Vaseline we had liquor. How many of y'all that Vaseline to run down your mouth? Go and tell the truth. We ain't always been here. Man, you get that warm salt water, that stuff ain't going to hurt nothing, clear it up, and you save your money. So I got to try to teach y'all that. So now you start looking at it. I'm going to let y'all go. I don't want to say a lot. Now you can see how the process works to breaking your body down. It happens with taking away the nutrition. You were put in a place that was nutritionally fun for you. Got it? You were set in a place that had all of your medicine for you. You were set in a place where you could relax and you could actually take an ease. So he put you in a stressed position that he knew would break you down, which should have caused you to want to turn to go back.
That's right. That's right.
That's why white people make all these plants illegal. That's why they start deeming all these things to be poison. Mind you now, until they can control it. And first, when I told you Medicaid directed by them, white folk, long as white folk can give it to you with a lab coat on and they can scribble on the paper, it's legal.
Right.
You go by and pick up something off a corner, police coming. Because now you just took them out of the process of making the money they want to get. You got it? They just need to take out the man on the corner from making money. Just like they did with Eric Garner on the street. It's okay if RJ Reynolds sell you 20 of them for $5. But if he take one out the pack and sell it for 50 cents, he needs to die.
Right.
All white people concerned about that. They don't care about poisoning people dying. They just care about are they the benefactors of the money. As long as they can benefit from destroying and killing our people, they're good. Because if it was still wrong, if they told them marijuana was, it shouldn't be regulated now.
That's right. That's right.
We were told alcohol was wrong too. They had prohibition for years. Christian white church fought alcohol. They fought it on Sunday. Says God's day. Now you can get more look on Sunday. You can get on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That's right.
As soon as white people control it, they'll make it legal.
Yes, sir.
So it's time for us to become free thinkers, and we need to start establishing for ourselves and for our welfare and for our children No one else. Listen, I'm not going to blame white people. That's not their responsibility. I'm not going to give white people responsibility to try to pre-plan and try to set for me. You're going to do what's going to be conducive for your nation. I'm going to do what's going to be conducive for our nation. That's two.